what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care.
Squirrel
what he
100.
has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the program. I need to remember I moved this over here for ease. Excuse me. Little hoot before the show. St. Caesar jumping in. Johnny, how's it going? Going better than it could be, but I'm not gonna lie. Prepping the show, I went hopping down a rabbit hole on the 3-Eye Atlas thing, and what we now know on the 3-Eye Atlas thing, and I am deeply concerned. Deeply concerned. Hello, fellow gay black trans. That is a very specific hello, return trip. I would have just gone with the more commonplace hello. I would have been a little more inclusive. But you know, sometimes you need your people. Who am I to judge? Johnny, can I get my cowbell from yesterday, as my sub was ignored yesterday? No, I rang the cowbell at the same time with you, and then when I got to someone else's, I addressed that it was both of them. So yeah. There you go. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, and happy fuck it all Friday, says Riding Dirty Llama. Yeah, good to see you too. I am, like I said, nervous. That, good to see you. We have the squirrel story. The squirrel story blew up with everybody. I'm wishing I had covered it yesterday so I could be like, I got to it first. But apparently, the squirrel story has become a thing, and a lot of people are talking about it. So we've got the squirrel story. We'll get to that. I might have to throw that one into the beginning of the show. No. That's me being excited. The squirrel story is the meat of the show, as you know, because the name of the show today is Squirrel. The show's title today was Squirrel. So there we go. Rusty Grammar over there on Rumble. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for jumping in. We have every chat but the Kick chat up. I don't keep the Kick chat running regularly because right now it's like we get one or two people like the whole stream, and most of them are bots. And so I'm like, you know what it is? We'll pull it up when we need to manage it, but right now there's no need. So we're getting ahead of ourselves. Speaking of getting ahead of ourselves, people are saying that like 3-Eye Atlas is an alien thing, and I'm like, that might be getting ahead of yourself. But we'll say a lot of really fucking weird, like, here's where it is from what I can understand, from everything I've read and I've watched and seen, and we'll watch some stuff about it in a little bit. 3-Eye Atlas is one of two things right now. Right now, 3-Eye Atlas is almost definitely one of two things. It is either A, an alien mothership bringing God knows what with it because there's objects, or B, It is an object from outside our solar system that is breaking, rewriting, and defying multiple laws of known interstellar objects, and just happens to be on the most perfect path possible. So it's either whoa or whoa, and I'm just I'm uncomfortable. You know what it is? I'm antsy in my pantsy. The squirrel was a lefty, as proven by its violent behavior. I don't want to disagree with that narrative, Mussolini diff. Other than the violent behavior, we don't have that and the homelessness and the hunger. So maybe it was a homeless lefty. An alien ship, we don't need that. We are still trying to get rid of the aliens we got, says Mussolini diff. Dude, it's bad. $5 from Labglass over on Rumble. Thank you, saying booty, 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 rocket everywhere. Thank you very, very much for that. Our goal today is after everything yesterday, is at $30. So that will go in there. That'll go in and help knock it down a touch. Wild Saffron over there in Rumble, good to see you. Wild Saffron. Yeah, so where was I? The alien ship. Right. So, I heard that theory a lot going in. You know what? Maybe as a way to start the program, as opposed to getting into it later, we'll do the 3-eye alien thing now. Where is the 3-eye atlas video? Hold, where's it? All right. Firstly,
interstellar.
Firstly, I don't know about you, but nothing sounds scarier than a scientist with a German accent. So we're gonna go with one of those. And again, I'm not saying it is. I'm not like, oh my God, it's an alien. I'm open to interpretation. But on the 4th, next Saturday, when I'm doing a Rumble raid, like we're gonna go in a dungeon with dragons and fire and magic. Wow. Good for you. Anyways, but yes, so the next Saturday, October 4th, next Saturday is when we'll get an actual legit camera with an actual view of this motherfucker, and we can start seeing some shit. But here is you know what? I'll just let him explain it. Go.
Object, and maybe even 50 times bigger than the first interstellar object.
All right, so this cut
it's somewhere between.
This cut a little bit of his thing off. We can't quite see it because of the materials it's made out of. Our objects are designed to detect things that radiate or reflect or bounce back light, mostly. There's at least one solid object and 9 other little ones around it that are emitting energy, by the way. And yeah, we can't really see them. We know they're there, but that's about as far as we get. So we're gonna get a real fucking camera hands-on view on the 4th, and that's gonna answer a lot of questions, hopefully.
Between 1,000 to 100,000 times more massive than the other 2 interstellar objects that we've seen before. Now, how do we know that? It's basically we see how much material is evaporating from the surface of the object in the direction of the sun. And that tells us how much push the object could get from that evaporation. But we don't notice, based on all the data that was collected between the 15th of May and the 23rd of September, there is no indication that the object is being pushed away from the sun. And based on all the data that was collected in about 4,000 observations from 227...
Dude, God, I remember watching this and not feeling so bored. So pretty much we've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. Oh my God, is that a picture of yourself back there? Or is that a picture of, what's that conservative? Benny Johnson. Is that you or Benny Johnson? Oh no, it's you. The Galileo project. All right, so yeah, this guy worked with NASA. I don't know about the previous administration, but he's worked with presidential administrations and stuff. Mostly different alien ship. Yep, we got that. Alien craft with cloaking devices. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of not cool. Falling great. I told you yesterday, aliens. Yeah, but I thought you were talking about the immigrant ones, man. You guys get real confusing. You should have specified space aliens, and then I would have thought you were talking about a restaurant. And then you should have went, no, I mean literally as in the alien creatures from outer space. And I would be like, oh, now I got you.
Observatories around the world, we were able in a new paper to set a limit on the mass of the object. It has to be very massive so that this evaporation is not pushing it much. And we get a mass of 33 billion tons. That's the minimum mass. The object needs to be more massive than that, 33 billion tons, so that it will not be pushed back by the level of evaporation that was measured for it. And that means if you translate that for solid density, you end up with a size that must be larger than 5 kilometers. Now, this is just a lower limit. It could be much larger than that. It could be larger.
All right, yeah, let's cut to the, where was the part? It was like at 4 minutes, almost on the nuts. There we go.
To come close to planets. That's why it's in the same plane.
There we go.
And the technology we find in industrial production
of
nickel alloy planets around the sun. And it has also unusual materials being shed off it, like nickel without iron, that we only find in industrial production of nickel alloys. And so all of this raises the question of whether it might be alien technology. Maybe, the path that it took.
Financial Bucks fan will check up on the Peru guy.
It was fine-tuned to come close to planets. That's why it's in the
George
same
F.
plane.
Electric Universe. I don't know about Electric Universe, man. It seems like we're in this is the I don't know if he gets what part of this he gets into it. The fact is, we know there's 9 objects that are moving in parallel with 3I Atlas, and they're emitting energy, a lot of energy, and that doesn't really makes sense, especially since they're emitting energy, but that energy that they're emitting is not in any form that's radiated on a visual spectrum. It's very odd. If aliens are coming to Earth, it is for our water. Change my mind. I wouldn't know what they're coming to Earth for. I don't even know that they're coming to Earth. He's going to talk about the planetary alignment, and we'll get into it in a minute. All right, hold on.
Size is much bigger than we expect for a rock, because this is not a rock. And so all of this is really intriguing.
I love the stupidity of the statement, like you're dumb, the way he said, the size is bigger than we expect for a rock because it's not a rock. Do it, call Randy Quaid now or later. I do it, call Randy Quaid now or later. I don't know. Electric shoes. Oh.
And the fun thing of doing science,
electric shoes.
Discovering more and more evidence about the object is that we can let the data educate us. We don't need to know the answer in advance. And as I often say, the best way to tell the difference between a curious scientist, new interstellar object, and if it looks even bigger than 5 kilometers in diameter in the reconnaissance orbiter, and it could get a pixel resolution of 30 kilometers. So the brightest pixel in the image will put a very tight constraint on the size of 3I Atlas and this new interstellar object. And if it looks even bigger than 5 kilometers in diameter, it may be up to 46 kilometers in diameter based on other data. If it's that big, I would actually be quite concerned about it not being natural, because it will be untenable to produce such a giant rock that arrives to our neighborhood over the past decade. We expect it to arrive maybe once every several millennia or tens of millennia.
Well, then
the
how
fact that we saw it over the past decade is really surprising.
What do you mean, it arrives like it's...
You mentioned following the data here.
All right.
What does the data show you in the past. Is there anything that you can compare this to in the past, or is this something just completely brand new that we've absolutely never seen before?
Yeah, it's something we've never seen before because
We need
only
Will
over the
Smith to
past
bitch slap the
decade,
aliens.
we had
I think so.
telescopes that can survey the sky for such objects that are
This is an interesting theory that Mussolini Div has. Let's pop back over here. It's an interstellar Greyhound bus. It will be here to drop off the real winners of advanced civilization. The real winners of advanced civilization. You mean so you're saying like they sacrificed everybody on their planet, like the poor and like, and it's like the 1%. Is that what you're saying? Will Smith bitch slapping them as long as he has to, as long as he says this time he cannot say welcome to Earth. He has to bitch slap them and say, keep my wife's name out your goddamn mouth. That's the one we need this time. I want the Will Smith bitch slap, just so we're clear. We're very much in agreement. Will Smith should bitch slap the aliens, but he needs to say, keep my wife's fucking name out your goddamn mouth. Did he say it that aggressively last time? I thought he did.
sensitive enough, and computers that can digest large quantities of data as we currently have. So this is a completely new frontier, and we found so far only 3 objects from interstellar space, from outside the solar system. We know that they came from far away because they are not bound by gravity to the sun. They're moving too fast. And this one is the fastest. It's moving 600 times faster than the fastest race car that we have on Earth.
Okay,
I calculated that because a car race.
Wow. Imagine that. The German guy calculated the speed in relation to a race car. Audi. We could play Will Smith's new single, I Like Pretty Boys, and they will all run away. No, I thought it was I Like Pretty Girls. I thought it was a pretty girls thing. I mean, I know Will likes pretty boys, but I thought the song was about the girls. I hope the aliens slapped this guy. Dude, he's really excited. I'm not excited. Here's where I land on this. Like, they want the jizz. They're coming to cure MS. Even the what? Who are the jizz? Every time. Why does it always have to devolve into a like? I feel like lab glass every time. Every time we have to devolve into. We're having this guy on here talking about the aliens, and you have to bring that down to Jizztown every time. It kind of. I mean, it's a skill, but wow.
Racer in NASCAR wants to put an image of this object and my image on the hood of his car, and in 2 weeks he will go to the with that.
Yeah, I don't fucking want to. Now you're boring me with your NASCAR, my image on the hood. So yeah, the big takeaways. I didn't find the right spots in there, but the big takeaways: 1 object with 9 objects we can barely detect around it. Read back. It was funny. Which one? They are coming for our socks. Wait till they get here and see how much humans have fucked up this planet and decide to eliminate us because of this poor stewardship. Even the jizzy ones. Yeah, I'm getting. They're coming for our socks. Even the jizzy ones. Or they are coming to cure MS. It didn't start with jizz. No, I didn't say it started with jizz. It was your ability to bring it to jizz. I said your ability to take every subject, like in this case, interstellar life, and bring it down to Jizztown. I didn't say that we started in Jizztown. I mean, after all, starting in Jizztown would be a horrible place to begin an adventure because it's going to be smelly, sticky, and gross, and I wouldn't support it at all. I mean, I was quite clear on that. I don't think I could have been clearer. The leader of the vessel will come, and the leader of the vessel will be Mark Zuckerberg from the social network. All right, so I don't believe it's necessarily alien life form. Like I said, it's either alien life or it's an object that's about to tell us that we have to rewrite a lot of laws about interstellar travel and what we understand. Or not interstellar objects and what we understand about the elements in the environment out in the universe. So, because of that, I worry it is like an alien thing. If it's an alien thing, though, there's two theories. One, it's gonna pull a massive braking maneuver and decelerate around like after it gets behind the sun, so it can come in for an ideal trajectory on our planet. Or B, here's my thought: they're aiming for Mars. They're aiming for Mars. If you want the most ideal spot to build a base we can't touch or attack, but then could use it to launch your initial forces and supplies from there to here, Mars is actually kind of ideal. Like, because of the orbits, there are periods where it's really, really close and periods where it's really far away. So you've got kind of like a almost like a tide giving you a sort of buffer. And if you're traveling across the fucking cosmos, jumping from Mars to Earth, that's like your fucking back door. So I mean, like, we would be incapable if this is an alien thing and they landed on Mars, we'd be incapable of doing anything to them when they landed on Mars and set up shop and started getting ready to do whatever they're going to do to us. Like, we would be incapable of doing anything but watching and mildly preparing. And then watching will be probably something that they'll strategically obfuscate out of, and we'll lose the Mars rovers and all that stuff, and then God knows what they'll do. The aliens will come and say, "Get good, noob. Here's a boom." Raffle mouth. Okay, maybe. Thanos is coming, and he already has the 6 stones. We are fucked. I feel like if it was Thanos, like, didn't they use faster than light travel? See, this is the other thing. This is like the fastest you can travel without, like, exceeding, without doing, like, Star Trek shit. Like, this is as fast as we can go. It's all I'm saying is I'm scared, okay? I'm scared the aliens are coming for us. Let's catch up with the chat. Lab glass. It didn't start with jizz. Wild saffron 2 lab glass. Quality jizz is desired on an interstellar level we can't comprehend. Lab glass. I am not the jizz master. Now butt play. Yes, but not jizz. No. My data says it could hit Mars. That is a possible theory that it could hit Mars. It's coming within 2 astronomical units of Mars on the 4th. It'll have a closer contact with it, I think, on the not the 21st, because that's, I think we're the 21st. Digger, why are we talking alien jizz? We're not talking alien jizz, Digger. We were talking about this guy, this German guy, Avi Loeb. He's a former head of, like, astronomical stuff in the White House and NASA and other places. He's talking about how 3i Atlas is more massive than expected, and theories that it could be alien technology. And so we were kind of going off on how it could be alien technology, and lab glass happened. That's, I guess, the best way to explain in short detail, why are we talking alien jizz? That's how it goes. The vessel is coming for the alien thing that the guy has in his sink. Oh, that's right. We have to check up on King Panama or whatever his name is. Where let's go check up on King Panama, and then I have a really funny squirrel story that we have to get to at some point. Kin Panama. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. "10 hours ago. All right, so this one's 5 minutes. I don't know who this guy is. This is Nerd Report, and I'm gonna let him. Like, I'm just grabbing this. This is Nerd Report on YouTube. Oh, I have to unmute it.
Real others, I'm leaning that it's fake, but this video is not cool, man. This video is not cool. Check this out. I have a feeling this video is going to be taken down, but let's go over it. Viewer discretion. The hell is that a hand?
Why is it in water now? I have a question. Why did we put it in water? Why is it in water now?
What is that? K25.
One, the audio of this clip is horrible. Why are we putting it in water? Riding Dirty Loudly, happy fucking all Friday. How things are about to go. I think it says how things are about to go. Let's go to this. I don't know what this alien negotiation. How long is this? This is 5 minutes. I'm not gonna. This is whitest kids. You know, I got in trouble for that before. I'm not gonna keep doing that. Doing whitest kids you know clips. They it's the potato. Is this the potato alien? Yes, Digger. This is the potato alien. I don't like this guy's video. I'm gonna see if I can find. Man gives chilling entity update on the alien entity. They swatted him. Okay. Again, if this is real, why is he just letting this thing do this? Now it's just swimming through the water. And that's another idea. What if this thing is supposed to be here because it's part of this 3-Eye Atlas thing? This meteorite arrived before that did. It needs its time. It's growing almost at an exponential rate. Eventually, like if it gets a little bit bigger, it's going to start like if it's some sort of a food source or I don't know why. But again, if this isn't fake, why the hell is this dude just letting this thing swim around in a puddle of water? Like just holding on to it? Fall in the grate. What the fuck? Right? This is where I get with this, where people are like, it's obviously fake. And I'm like, yeah, I want to believe it's fake too. I want to think, hey, it's fake. But here's where I'm going, but if it's not fake. If it's not fake, why isn't this dude doing better to keep it locked down? Like that thing is swimming around. What are you guys, friends? It's going to need a human host soon. That is one of the other weird things about it. It's supposedly growing to this size with no source of food. It's supposedly reached this size and it's never been fed anything. It doesn't seem to eat, digest, or absorb anything. It doesn't seem to be too reactant to light or fucking nutrients in the ground or anything like that. What?
A shocking new development has just surfaced in the Kin Panama alien situation, and it's more disturbing than anything we've seen so far. Earlier this week, a video posted online, allegedly by one of Kin's close friends, shows Kin being rushed into a hospital on a gurney after having direct contact with the mysterious meteorite. Just days later, Kin himself uploaded a TikTok video telling everyone he was all right and not to worry. But what came next left viewers stunned. Without warning, Kin flipped his camera around and showed the alien creature, floating, alive, inside a massive fish tank. When the camera turned back to Kin, his expression had changed. He stared into the lens with a wild, almost unrecognizable look in his eyes. Viewers immediately noticed something was off. His eyes seemed glossy, hollow, almost soulless.
All right, look, y'all. Ken Panama update. He's in.
All right, it's fucking. He's in the hospital, just like my boyfriend was in me 5 minutes ago. Dude, seriously, vanilla gay F word. What are we doing here? Ice my butt cheeks. Like, honestly, it's like if we took Vanilla Ice and we injected him with what's HGH? HGH is human growth hormone. Can we do it? Can we do HGH where it's human gay hormone? And then we just made him because again, dear Lord,
the hospital, says he's not feeling well, and then plus when he was on the Secret Service.
So now he's been possessed by an alien. Is that what we're to believe? So now he's possessed by an alien? All right. What if it's already controlled this guy's brain? Fallen the Great, you may have a point. There's a family episode about that, about the gauging. Well, I mean, that's not surprising. Tom Hardy needs to that guy house get his suit back. No. And if you saw Save the Last Dance, Venom dies in Save the Last Dance. Dude, Venom The Last Dance is remarkably fucking heartfelt, touching, and amazing for a fucking, superhero movie. It's weird. I get it. We had touching moments in the Marvel movies. Venom The Last Dance is quite possibly one of the most they amped up the hero dying on the cross. Venom is not dead, says Fallen the Great. Right, there's the sample of him that's still out there, but he's not the same. It won't be the same Venom. Are we bringing Tom Hardy and Venom back in any of the... You know what? We shouldn't... I'm not really I'm not in a mood to worry about movie schedules right now. St. Caesar had a fucking stroke. No, his keyboard did. Dude had Joe Biden eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. Not sure he's living until he sniffs your daughter. For me, it was Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with Rocket. I'll say this. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with Rocket in the beginning. And this is why I didn't watch the movie going in. I knew they're like, hey guys, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, we're gonna really cover the Rocket backstory. And I just went, fuck. Jesus Christ. So in other words, we're gonna see the life of lab rats and lab animals that gained sentience and were horrible experiment. Great. So excited for that. God. And it was every bit as painful as I thought it would be. I love the movie, don't get me wrong, but it was painful as fuck for that first part. Tom Holland is getting the leftover symbiont in Brand New Day, and Hulk and Punisher have to get it off him. But then how do we get, is Tom Hardy going to play Venom then? Because no offense, but Venom, the Tom Hardy Venom's, that's my Venom. I want Tom Hardy to become Venom again then. The best part of what is it called? The best part of No Way Home for me was Tom Hardy at the bar being like, so wait a minute. You mean it's just a whole world of super people? There's just, you got a rich guy, he's a billionaire, he's flying around in a metal suit, and you got a guy with magic powers, and so the guy in the metal suit's called Iron Man, and then you immediately hear Venom's thoughts going, see, what was it? I forget what he called his, the Violent Avenger or whatever. He's like, not a bad idea. And he's like, no, that name still sucks. And so, yeah, no, I really like that. Andrew Garfield is in the Tom Hardy universe. Get your shit together. Right, Andrew Garfield is in the Tom Hardy universe. I understand that, but Tom Hardy and Venom crossed over in No Way Home for a brief period of time, and he left a piece of the symbiote behind. That's where Venom is supposedly still alive and kicking. That scene, by the way, corresponds to the movie Venom: Last Dance. Video freezing up. Professor oh God, I tune into nerd crap. I'm so happy. Shit, circle of death. Never mind. You are back now. Thank you, Digger. Yeah, no, the LBS dropped. No. I wish the LBS dropped. I need to drop the LBS. The KBS. The KBS. The pounds dropped, says Brian. Right? No, that was the wrong one. It's the wrong one. The pounds didn't drop. Hey, Johnny, missed you the last few days. AT&T has been down here the last few days. Anyone else had this problem? I have not. The pounds dropped where I'm still fat, says Rising to Dilemma. See, now we're going to be wrong. We're going to be off on all of that. Oh, that KBS spike. Dude, I just reset everything yesterday. I reset the router and everything yesterday. Brian saying, the pounds didn't drop. Johnny's still heavy. That's hurtful, man. That is hurtful, my friend. I also, by the way, Brian, I will be around this weekend if you want to work more for being on the Saturday World of Warcraft multi-stream that we'll be doing next Saturday on the 4th. I've got other people from my guild that are possibly going to be joining, so we'll hopefully have some fun personalities. It'll be entertaining, and we'll be playing World of Warcraft, just kind of fucking around, having fun. So no audio on my Twitch. Yeah, because it disconnected. Yep, it DC'd. Sorry, dude. So you're not getting audio. I can't help you. I have to reboot the whole thing just to get Twitch to work. And while I love the idea of getting Twitch to work for everybody that's over there, I'm sorry, but it's a lot. I'm saying this like they can hear me. I'm completely retarded. It's a lot to do to get this thing fucking working on Twitch, like to reset everything for that. Saturday or Sunday? Whichever day the 4th is. I thought the 4th was a Saturday. Yeah, the 4th is a Saturday. So it's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Next Saturday, October 4th. And let me double check that. You know what, if I pull up Discord, is it gonna... It's not. All right. Okay. Where's our boy? There's our boy, General. And oh, that's the ahead of the curve mode? So in other words, that's what I'll be getting. Okay. Raid Rumble number 2, Sunday, October 5th. They changed it to the 5th. He put the wrong date on there, and they changed. All right, so it's Sunday, October 5th. Thank you for making me check. I'm actually very grateful you did that, Brian. It's Sunday, October 5th for the next one. I'm going to put that information in the new video that I'm making this Saturday. Saint Caesar, Twitch is back. I can hear you. I have YouTube open. Oh, good for you. Oh, damn it. I'm deaf. I'm sorry. Digger does Dallas. Why? She's not in there. Digger, how's the... What the Lord? Magic 8 Ball. That is entirely your narrative. Johnny, jump twice if you can't hear me. Brian, I thought you do raiding with bricks on Sundays. No, it's been one raid that we did last Sunday. And this one was scheduled. When I signed up on the event, I could have swore the date said October 4th. And I've just been going by the dates of the thing. It says October 5th now, so I'll get you an invite to that Discord and those things. Need Henry Cavill's Wolverine to appear in Doomsday. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen. I think the closest we're gonna get to Henry Cavill's Wolverine is the Deadpool movie. I think that's the closest we're gonna get to. Too soon. Too soon for what? She's not even on this side of the border, so I mean, it's a little ahead of yourself if you ask me. I don't think she's not into that sort of a thing, I guess. So it's just, yeah. What do you want from me? All right, so who's taking it to booty now? Says Live Glass. I don't know. NASA, National Association of Stupid Assholes. Rusty Grammar. I came to Earth from 37.5 light years away. Only took about 10 minutes. They're holding back secrets of technology and wormholes. Motherfuckers even been to space. Not a space agency, says OG Fish. He drank the alien jizz. Possibly. Also, never a straight answer. There we go. They've never explained why their images from space are all dark, yet the sun isn't obstructed by the Earth or other planets. It's almost like every photo is CGI. I'll definitely say that the world has used a lot of CGI, but I don't know. How could the moon be lit up by the sun, yet the space around it is black? There's nothing to... Well, that's actually easy, Rusty Grammar. There's nothing around the moon to absorb the light. What's the light supposed to shine off of on the moon with the space around it? Here's what I'll say is weird. Considering we live supposedly inside a bubble of cosmic radiation that's like I guess thousands upon thousands upon thousands of degrees, it's weird that our background is black and we can see through that into the night sky. It's weird. It should seem like that shouldn't be a thing. Shouldn't there just be a haze where that everlasting fire is going? Strange. Strange is what it is. Man, I can't do Twitch. Too much crap going on. Interface is cluttered. That's fair. That's fine. That's fine. Twitch, like I said, we have multiple streams because everyone has their preference. We kind of help people pick what they want and what works best for them. I'll link the PayPal and Venmo and stuff. Our goal is currently at $30 for today, and that's not including what we made on Rumble and what we make on Twitch going forward already. So there we go. We'll link those, and we'll pin them, and we'll get back to all of this. I hope the KBS holds out, please, and thank you. Please don't die on me again. Be great. So, yeah, we actually have a lot of stuff to cover. The alien thing, like I said, is just what's making me extremely uncomfortable right now, because I'm very worried that, like real talk, if the aliens are here, I gotta go pick up Digger, and I guess I'm taking my kid up there. How do we do this? It's gonna be a problem. I'm not okay with that. So there we go. Everything's linked. Good. We have 2 hours and we have just about 2 hours left in the program. That makes sense. Johnny, my headset's not working. Can you transcribe the show into the chat, please? Nope, I can't do it. Magic 8 Ball, illegal aliens. No, I mean, technically, unless they get visas or something before they enter the atmosphere, then I guess I would say ultimately there's bigger fish to fry and more important things going on. But I mean, if you want, you could call it that. You could. I just don't recommend it. Johnny's gonna smoke them out. Not even a little, but I'll try. Johnny, the alien swimming around, had the hands of a small turtle. It's probably a turtle with a costume on. I don't believe that guy's alien thing is real. I don't believe that guy's alien thing is real. That one. There's too many unanswered questions. One, our government and other first world governments are just letting this dude hold on to this alien. I don't see that being a thing. I feel like if this alien thing were real, they would lock it down. Lab glass, shine a flashlight down a long road and tell me what you see outside of the beam. Well, you don't. But again, it's people who believe it are Tylenol Americans. That's insulting. Okay, that lady passed away or will, needlessly affecting her life and her child. Johnny, my sugar. That's what they're here for. They're here for sugar. The aliens are going to show up and they're going to say, "Give me sugar in water." So that's what it is. They're here for the sugar water. They're here for the sweet, sweet sugar water. All right, so there we go. There. Again, I don't believe that the Kin Panama alien thing is real. Just because I'd like to think, even in this world, I'd like to think we would get, I don't know, smart enough not to allow that idiot to just hold on to the alien. Magic 8 Ball. Is Dong Watch still in effect? Dong Watch, you know, the horrible offshoot of Baywatch. Back in the 90s when Baywatch was big and Dustin Hasselhoff just couldn't miss, they thought, you know what we need to do? We need to, the people really love the sexy ladies in the lifeguard swimsuits. Let's focus on the dudes in a spin-off show. Some people dong in the darkness because they have a priapism. Sorry, I'm busy picturing like a very, very, very like gay guy's Baywatch, and it's just called Dong Watch. It gets a lot scarier when the "I'll be ready" chorus part comes in. Ready for what? Ready. You're on Dong Watch. What are you ready for? No, don't. Iran and Russia got some nuke deal. Oh, really? Outside of the beam, I see dead people, says George F. Oh. Chocolate and chicken brains. Yeah, well, no, actually, Riding Dirty Llama, chocolate and brains. And the chicken brains were a necessary evil. Dong Watch still on for Monday, fam. I don't know what Dong Watch is. I love Dustin Hasselhoff in Rain Man. Oh, Dustin Hasselhoff. No, you're thinking of Dustin Hoffman. Who's Dustin Hassel? Did I say Dustin Hasselhoff? Now I can't think of Hasselhoff's first name. David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff. Now, like the Rexstart parody, if you did Dustin Hasselhoff just to throw me off, not only did it worked to a scary degree. If you didn't, and I said it, something's fucking wrong with me. The pregnant lady is still in critical condition, apparently, says Brian the Science. Well, here, look. They say she can't survive this, and that she is going to die. It would be great if some sort of miracle thing happened and she didn't, and her life didn't have to be completely irrevocably ended because of defying Trump in a TikTok meme. And the funny part is the stark raving reasonable take on this is, look, is Tylenol a factor for autism in newborns if you take it while you're pregnant? Maybe. There's some tangential evidence that points to maybe. But at that point, you've got so many other factors that maybe. So either way, ODing on the medication just to snub other people, really, 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 oh my God, why? Really stupid. So that's just where I'd land. And that's pretty much the way everyone feels about it. All right. Christian author on the rapture that didn't happen. It gives Christianity and the Bible a bad name. Yeah, I would agree to that. I also really feel weirded out by who
Are
is
we
this
going
guy?
up Willy Wonka in the glass elevator style? Is it more
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Okay, so I do not belong to a specific religion. I do not participate in a specific religion. So there is a part of me that enjoys these people taking these stupid laps of going, well, then how does the rapture work? George F. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That wasn't even a stupid game. Like, regardless of whether or not it would have an autism effect on her child, ODing on Tylenol will kill you. That's just a thing. This is like if they had said, literally, this is like if they had said, guys, it turns out that that lead poisoning leads to autism in children. So we don't want you guys to take any lead. And this lady went, you know what? Not only does lead poisoning not lead to autism in children, I'm going to blow my brains out with a lead bullet to prove the point. Like, yeah, it's just, again, we don't know what you're doing here, and it's not helping. So, yeah, Johnny, Dustin Hasselhoff's coming, Rain Man and Baywatch. Dustin Hasselhoff. No, it's David Hasselhoff. Magic 8 Ball is getting in on this now. No, it's David Hasselhoff, not and Dustin Hoffman. They're two different people. So, I mean, Rain Man and Baywatch coming together, like, I'll watch Wapner. It's on at 5. Like, that's. I can't believe it. I'm having a Rain Man Baywatch mix in my head, and it's fucking hilarious and wrong. All right, so the pregnant woman definitely earned the Darwin Award. Really? You did something that you knew would kill you, and well, I guess she didn't know. You did something that the world knew would kill you. You OD'd on a med. Like, ODing on medication, never good. In most cases, usually severely bad. Look, we've taught, like, that would be, you know what? RFK and Donald Trump need to come out and talk about this lady being like, look, we released information in a Harvard study, and some people didn't like it. This lady decided to take an entire bottle of Tylenol, which, not good. Not good. Magic 8 Ball in Harlem, lead poisoning usually involves a 9mm. Well, that was a connection I wasn't making. Anyway, you find those yourselves. I still think she was just trying to make 8 TikToks within an hour. She didn't even think about anything but clout. Still stupid. We need the alien to take over the pregnant woman so she lives. I would say not. Tylenol is psychoactive. It should have never been over the counter. Is Tylenol psychoactive? I know Tylenol 3 and stuff gets very serious. This is one of those, I'm beneficial. Growing up poor, I learned that, like, when you have a headache, you just tough it out. Like, taking Tylenol and ibuprofen and stuff like that, it's got to be really bad before we're going to meds. And then I learned to smoke weed, and it's like, well, now who do we kill? Like, I have a painkiller in my hand. Why am I taking Tylenol?
or like a shaky Spirit Airlines flight?
We are ready for the rapture. I don't know if you guys...
In the glass elevator style, is it more like a shaky Spirit Airlines flight?
We are ready for the rapture.
All right. Hold on, I gotta go back to this guy.
Flight.
Buddy. I'm gonna go off of what I'm catching from the transmission. I'm going off of your voice, your body language, and your tone. I'm gonna wager that you wouldn't get raptured even if it were real. Look, and don't take it personal. I don't think I would either. God hates cripples. That's why he made me this way. It tricks the brain into forgetting about pain. Okay. I was hospitalized over a migraine 2 days ago, says Fallen the Great. That sounds like a lot. His facial hair makes him look malnourished. Yeah, but his effeminate voice and, like, just this body makes me think, yeah, you're doing that. Okay, so is it going to go up and down like an elevator? Or is it going to be shaky like a Spirit Airlines flight? Like, 1, of course you fly Spirit Airlines. 2, more importantly, like I said, like you're concerning yourself over facts that don't matter. If the like this is one of those where if the rapture is real, you're not going to need to worry about it. So I'd really operate like the rapture isn't real because you probably aren't going to need to worry about
Willy
it.
Wonka in the glass elevator style? Is it more like a shaky Spirit Airlines flight?
We are ready for the rapture.
First of all, I would feel like if you had done anything to earn being raptured, dressing your cats in these outfits while wearing that definitely disqualifies. I feel like you have cats, which are Satan's pets, and don't get me wrong, I love cats, but you're not going up. Johnny's jealous. This guy can do leg day. Why do you gotta expose me like that, Brian? Johnny's doing life on hardcore mode. Yeah, I am, Los Federales, and I've been running around with 2 broken legs for a while now because I can't get any heals, and I'm low on HP. Did she say she's ready to get raptured? Yeah, she said she's ready to get raptured. Her and the cats are ready to get raptured.
Going up, Willy Wonka in the glass elevator style? Is it more like a shaky Spirit Airlines flight?
We are ready for the rapture.
Never mind.
You guys know this, but
Ready
girls are definitely
for it.
being beamed straight to heaven.
If Jesus is coming, then like, do I have to go into work?
If Jesus is coming, then like, do I have to go into work? Johnny dug straight down in Minecraft. Yeah, now I can't get out. It's just a whole bunch of creepers down here. Are those glasses the guy is wearing for comic relief? Saint Caesar, considering I wear these for fun, I can't really criticize people wearing glasses for any kind of relief. Digger, hard mode. Cheers, Los Federales. I mean, yeah. Can we do a digital countdown timer to ivermectin day? Says Magic 8-Ball. I'll look into that this weekend and see if I can get any sort of like lockdown on when the ivermectin's here, and then we can. But it's supposed to arrive, like, I should have it by this Wednesday. So we're I'll you know what? Fuck it. We'll just say it. We're like 5 days away. We'll say 5 days away from ivermectin. Johnny's glasses give me relief. Sexual relief. That's disturbing. That is disturbing. We have, what is it? 2.5 hours left in the program. If you're having a good time, like, thumbs up, the whole deal. If you want to throw us some buckage, we appreciate it. We have the Streamlabs, Venmo, and PayPal stuff all pinned up at the top. Or did I? Yeah, nope, it's all pinned up at the top. And then yeah, we'll look into that in a little bit. We're checking up on the Rapture, Digger. I really wish you could be in studio for this one, but we're checking up on the Rapture. People having a lot of questions. I feel like, again, if you're someone who looks at an event like the Rapture coming and your first question is like, so like, do I have to go into work? I'm going to put it on the you're not going to get raptured column, because it seems like that's the mindset of a person who doesn't get raptured. Thank you for the 10 bits and the Nugget Army sticker. Nucleatic Gaming. Why at Brian the Science? Because you can watch yourself come in. Digger, you are not helping.
Okay, if you're...
Is that why Digger's been going to church, because of the rapture? For a while now, not even just lately.
seeing this, the rapture didn't happen, at least not to you, and yes, you have to go to work. It's the latest internet.
The rapture didn't happen to you, and yes, you have to go to work. The rapture didn't happen to me because I'm a black woman. I love the title. We're still here. The rapture didn't happen again. I love the we're still here. The rapture didn't happen again. Brian Science Digger, you know about Digger. Again, King Kong Dong, you guys, this is not what's going on. I wonder if I'll get to be white in heaven. That would have been funny. Like, so if the rapture's here and I'm pulled out of my body, do I get to pick my tone? I'd like to be lighter or darker, you know, like whatever someone says. Like, I'd like to be more tan, less tan. All right, so if I'm about to get raptured, is that like a bass player character edit? Now I can be Chinese if I want? The December 2012 end of the world was more believable than the rapture. I don't know if I agree with that one. I would say the Y2K way more believable than the rapture. It seemed like the world was going to end and absolutely nothing happened. As for the rapture thing, she's making her jokes and everything else, but we were already talking about it earlier. Doesn't the Bible predict the end of the world? Isn't there like a comet or something named Wormwood or some shit? I don't know. But if that's the case, we got a rock. We got a boulder. A big old boulder. So, or is that how war is supposed to arrive? I don't remember. You know what? I'm taking all of my biblical like theology like stuff from having watched Supernatural. That's probably not a good thing. Probably not a good thing. People actually died by drinking the Kool-Aid. Y2K. Yeah. Digger, can I be a Pocahontas shade, please, Lord? Look, I got some very specific requests. First of all, Indian, feather, not dot. All right, let's just be clear. And then, look, I want the stature of a Native American. I want the dick of an African American. The credit score of a white American. And the ignorance not to be able to tell the difference. It's heaven. No Digger, translucent. Can Jesus give Johnny working legs? Well, then, like, honestly, if the rapture were happening, Johnny's got magic legs. Can I be a South Park character, please? Right, I'd like to, can I be 2D? I'd really like to only exist on 2 planes at a time. Incredibly flat. It was from one angle, kind of.
End times.
All right, so I was gonna go through more of the author on the rapture that didn't happen, or Christian author on the rapture that didn't happen. I want to hear from the person declaring the rapture would happen. That's who I want. I want the guy going, look, the rapture is coming. This is the rapture. I want the body of Johnny's sins. Who's Johnny Sins? You know what? I don't think I want to know. Watch, it's like fucking gross. The Sea Rapture? What's the Sea Rapture? Can I be the South Park character? Jonestown had some bad Kool-Aid. Rainwatch and Bayman. That could be weird. That could be really weird. That's a aluminum pan on her head. She's not fully protected. But hey, at least if she goes in the oven, it'll be clean. You know, it won't make a mess and she doesn't have to wash anything. Johnny wants to come back as Johnny Rocks. That's definitely not true. Does that guy still call himself that? That's really, really, really sad. Because he doesn't refer to himself as Johnny. Like, really? Like the Johnny Rocks? I hate that. I hate the people that call themselves Johnny as like their show persona. People are like, yeah, but your persona is Johnny. Like, right. But in my private life, you would still call me Johnny. It's not a matter of spelling. It's just like, no, I'm Johnny. Of course. Johnny has come back as Johnny. A Crapture. Oh, the Crapture. I didn't see that. Digger, you're such an alabaster shade of white. Johnny K. Johnny Sins is a porn star. Yeah, of course. Astronaut, doctor, and firefighter. Oh, look, a man of diverse talent, okay? This guy has done it all, and especially if we're talking about the women on the scene. Like, he has done it all to them, hopefully with their consent. I would really like to learn that it was with consent. I don't want I don't approve of it any other way. Got a man steal manhole covers. I don't know that I want to talk about it. I'm not sure. We'll keep it for later. We've got a story about a stadium worker who asked a person to move to the correct concert seat and got the shit beat out of him. We might get to that. We have a update on an app for people spotting Charlie Kirk protesters. Like, there's an app doxing Charlie Kirk protesters. Apparently, all the people using that app may have lost their private information that they gave over, which is funny, but we'll get to this one, and then we'll have to, because, like, it's the second hour, so we'll get to this one, and then we'll get to some of the other stuff. Static shock is real, says Brian. It is. Are shovels allowed in heaven? Asking for a friend. Who the fuck steals manhole covers? They're insanely heavy. Yeah, dude, we got a guy stealing manhole covers. All right? It sounds like you might want to hear about that, so I guess we'll get into it. We also still have the Long Island lobster story and the fucking other shit we didn't do yesterday and all the other stuff we grabbed for today. So a lot still left to go in with 2.5 hours left in the program. I'm going to run out of water early, I can already tell. I'm gulping too much. I really need to switch to straws. They were right. You got to switch to straws, my man. Alrighty. I thought you were static at Brian the Science. No, that's Static Shock stole manhole covers to fly around on them. Really? I didn't know that. You need switch to sippy cups, Johnny. No, I just need to not drink so fast, so that's where the straw thing would. You know what? Let's catch it up. We talked about this story before during the week, so let's find out what we know. The ongoing developments of David and the body they found in his Tesla. So we'll check up on that. Here we go.
As they investigate the death of a missing California teenager
Dear Lord,
whose body
that's loud.
was found in a car belonging to popular singer-songwriter David. How 15-year-old Celeste Rivas died and whether a crime was committed remain crucial questions that sources tell ABC News could take weeks, even months, to answer.
It's an ongoing investigation. We have a lot of resources dedicated to bringing it to a conclusion.
Rivas had been missing for a year and a half. The LA County medical examiner unable to determine a cause of death so far, now waiting on lab tests to come.
I feel like the dismemberment and being placed in the trunk definitely factors. Definitely factors.
Come back. Her badly decomposed remains wrapped in plastic discovered inside the trunk of this black Tesla that had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. The registered owner, David Anthony Burke, who goes by the...
Had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. I'm trying to think of a Beverly Hillbillies crossover. It's not working. I'm sorry. Falling the Great. Don't listen to them, Johnny. Just straws are the instrument of the Jews. I didn't know that. Oops, says Digger. What are you oopsing? What did you oops, Digger? I don't know what we're oopsing. I would love to play live action Static Shock or Miles Morales, says Brian the Science. I don't think there's like a... Like, I love Deadpool, but it's not like I desire to be Deadpool. I just, like, of all the superheroes that there are, like, the one that, you know, emulates with me the most is Deadpool. I mean, I wouldn't hate being Deadpool. It would certainly be an improvement over here and now. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd love to, like, if we're doing movies and stuff, yeah, I'd love to play Deadpool. That'd be fun. If we're talking about that, I guess. But kind of a problem with the whole... You know what it is? I was born to play Professor X. I just have to be willing to go bald. And it's my reluctance to hold out on that that's holding me back.
Stage name, David. The medical examiner revealing Rivas had a tattoo reading "shh" on her index finger. David has the same one.
Yeah, also, by the way, if she's 15, she shouldn't have been able to get... How is she getting tattoos at 15?
It's a popular design among performers. Investigators were seen searching the residence he was renting last week and allegedly removing a computer. The 20-year-old musician has not been named as a suspect.
In order for there to be a prosecution, law enforcement has to find some key pieces of information when it comes to a potential homicide. First, they actually need to figure out if it's a homicide or not, and the autopsy report will help give them that. Then they have to figure out
whether it's a homicide or not. No, she just slipped, tripped, and died, and we dismembered her and put her in a trunk. No, I think something sketchy happened here.
the who and the how in order to bring charges.
And while a source close to the investigation says all promotion for David's new album has been put on pause, Billboard reporting streaming of his music has doubled since news of his possible connection to Rivas's death emerged.
That's the most fucked up part. Like, everybody's listening to him and paying attention to him because his music, because he might have that lady. Are they listening for, like, clues in the lyrics, or he's rich enough to have a tattoo artist come to his house and tat up anyone there? Fair enough. They found a dead mouse in Johnny's trunk. Alucard is the prime suspect. Actually, if you found a dead mouse in my house, Alucard would be the prime suspect, because Alucard doesn't eat the mice he kills. I know this from when I lived in a shittier situation, and Alucard had gotten a hold of a mouse or a vole or whatever had made its way into the house. He doesn't kill the mice. He doesn't eat them. He just plays with them until they die from falling. He likes to throw them in the air and catch them. That's his favorite thing to do, is to pick them up and throw them in the air and catch them. The problem is, when he throws them in the air and he falls on his back to catch them, he doesn't get the trajectories right, and the mice hit the ground. And, well, after several falls. Anyways, once they're dead, he just kind of leaves them like a broken toy. Like, I broke it. Not really interested anymore. So, yeah. Crippool at Fallen the Great. Oh, dude, you know what? I take it back. Hold on a second. I got to grab this. Somebody showed this to me the other day, and I have to share this with you all. You guys, it's in general, right? Where are we? Nope, we got to go up. How do I want to open the image. Okay, that works. All right, so, guys, they made a fucking wheelchair Spider-Man. And so far as I know, this is not AI. If it is AI, it's hilarious. I forget who shared this with me, but in all of the infinite universes, one of them is wheelchair Spider-Man. Digger, damn, gotta go. Be well, kids. Later, Johnny. I'll send you the dailies later. I'm not supposed to tell people about the dailies. Like the quest dailies? Am I going to get a reward? Anyways, so there we go. That picture, just fucking crazy. Anyhow, let's minimize you and put you back over here and close that out. Actually, I suppose I could just close the damn thing. I'm not using it. The wheelchair Spidey need the animated 1994 series theme playing over that. I don't know about that. All right, let's go back to David. So the body they found in the car, they haven't linked him directly to it. I think it's a matter of time until we hear he's a suspect. They don't have enough to link him yet. They're looking for. They picked up a computer. I'm pretty sure.
Some fans
they're
now
looking at
pointing
him.
out disturbing images seen in his music videos, like One More Dance, which shows a bloody David and a body being placed in a trunk.
After watching you go.
See, that's why I'm thinking that people are listening to his music. They're listening for lyrics. I will say this. For them to find a dismembered body in your trunk, it is incredibly bad
Some
for this
fans
to
now
exist.
pointing out disturbing images
This,
seen in his music videos, like One More Dance.
This particular scene is incredibly bad look for you, homie. Yeah. I'm just going to say, you know what? I didn't want to believe it when they said it about, not Kanye. What the fuck was his name? Anyways, the other guy. So I'm gonna believe it here. Yeah, no, this guy totally did.
In a trunk.
Lexi, did I miss the start of the show? Sort of, a little bit. You missed like the start of the show. I'll give you the cliff notes. Since we're about halfway through the second hour, I'll give you the update. So, I fell in a rabbit hole and discovered that recent information, like within the last 4 or 5 days, recently made public and publicly available information about the 3-Eye Atlas comet or whatever. It's already like got a list of things that are abnormal, but now add to that we've now been able to detect there are like 9 smaller objects in parallel or unison with 3-Eye Atlas. They're moving along with it, and they are emitting a lot of energy, but they are not visible, or they are not substances that radiate light or reflect light in any way that we can see currently. So, also, Twitch now has a rewind feature like YouTube for live streams. Only took them 10 years. Cool, I wasn't really worried. 3-Eyed Atlas. No, 3-Eye Atlas, not 3-Eyed Atlas. 3-Eye Atlas. It's you know what? Here, I'll give you the shorter version. We might be about to be taken over by aliens. We'll find out a lot more on October 4th. Maybe hug your family, just to be safe. Just, check all the boxes.
After watching you go.
The guy from Panama that had the alien in the tank, he's behaving strangely, and now the alien thing is swimming in the water, and a lot of people are saying it's a turtle, and I'd believe that. But, we'll see.
Recently, mourners gathered at a vigil for the California teen, authorities returning her body to her family this week.
Now, sources telling us they have the evidence that they need from her body. And while they wait on those lab results, again, the promotion for David's new album has stopped, and the U.S. portion of his tour has been canceled. Guys.
Right, because he might need to, flee to a non-extradition company. Like our old pals, Israel. Israel, the place where they have a rule that they won't extradite people to the U.S., because we're so star-spangled buddies with Israel that if anyone committed any sort of a crime and wanted to flee there and Israel said okay, they wouldn't send them back. It's a slap in the face with how fucking obvious it is kind of what I think is what I'm getting at. All right, so somebody wanted to talk about this one. We'll look at this, and then we'll go to a video, and we got another story. We have, what is it? We have 2 hours left in the program. If you're having a fun time, we have Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. It all gets added up and counted. We're looking at $30 from making today a successful day. So if you want to help out, there's how you do it. Why is the screen so dark? Let's close these off. That shouldn't be a thing. All right, there we go. Now we're back. Okay, flip that there, and then open this one, and flip that there. Boop. Oh, hey, we received 5 from Matthew Q yesterday that I did not count, so I have to count that off. 5 from Matthew Q yesterday, so we're down to $25. $25. Thank you, Mr. Q. All right, let's save that right there. Great. So we have 2 hours left in the program if you want to help out. If the aliens can't get rid of the Israel problem, then welcome to Earth. Saint Caesar, I feel like the aliens would get rid of the human problem Israel and otherwise. I feel like, unlike us, the aliens are not going to differentiate between like white, black, Zionist, Jew. Like, they're not going to pick out groups. They're just going to cull the lot of us, if not the entirety of us, is kind of the thing. Look, here St. Caesar, I know you're from England, right? Did you guys do any like early English Empire history? Like when they talked about the colonization of America? It's like the same thing, only we're the Native Americans and they're bringing the smallpox blankets. So get ready. James Alvadical. First, she was 13 when she went missing. Second, bet little girl was... Oh. Well, they say 15-year-old in this, so she's been missing for 2 years? I think you have your facts wrong. I think she was 13 when she started seeing David, her boyfriend. That's all we know for a fact, is she was seeing a guy named David. I think she was 13 when she started seeing him. Johnny is Professor X. Stop it. No, I don't know. She cut herself into pieces and wrapped herself in a garbage bag and crawled into a Tesla trunk. Sounds feasible. Totally plausible, says Wild Saffron. Her family she was with him since she was 13. Yeah, her family has known she was dating a guy named David since she was 13. Her boyfriend's name was David. I don't know if they knew it was him. That is a vast generalization. Stolen catalytic converter? I wouldn't say I necessarily agree with that. Why are you talking about... Lexi, why are you talking about my dude? That's all you need to say. LOL, thank you. She's been missing for almost 2 years. Well, her body hasn't been decapitated for 2 years or whatever. Her body's been decomposing, which means she was, ended and stored in that trunk relatively, like in the grand scheme of things, within the last couple months. So I would say, I don't know the whole facts of it. If she's been missing since she was 13, it's weird that it's like he had her for how long? If that's the case, then. Since before she was 12, they knew it was him. Look, if all of that comes out, that it's not going to look good for him at all, that's going to be a huge problem. And that's going to be a kind of weird, the universe didn't need affirmation about bad people and horrible shit. Did I drop my lighter again? I'm gonna be real, man. My legs. Today has been the worst day. Maybe the aliens can cure MS. That'd be great, Magic 8 Ball. I'd love to think that. I'd love to think that and believe that. I don't know that I believe an alien society is willing to just come here and right all our wrongs to share the planet with us. Especially if they have the capability to flat out take it. That's all I would say. Lab glass could cure MS for years. No, he can't. Again. Lab glass's cure is just him doing butt stuff to people, okay? It's not actually a cure. It's his way of getting people to let him do butt stuff. And I'm not up for that. That's all it is. Rumor is he met her when she was 11. See, now the rumor mill is getting interesting. I had heard that the grooming thing I had heard. The age 12 thing I hadn't heard. I heard I was under the impression that they thought he was grooming her and he found her or met her or started seeing her when she was 13. I didn't realize she's been apparently missing for 2 years. I will say this, if she's been being groomed and she's been missing for 2 years, yeah, that would explain why. They decided that was an easier way to deal with it. But again, the sloppy part about it is, so you got a lady that's been missing for 2 years that you've had, and for whatever reason, you decide to do that to her and put her in the trunk of the car. Then you just abandon the car, and you just don't do anything with any of it. You just walk away from it. Do you really think nobody will notice This stuff is a problem. You got to deal with these things. Otherwise, murder will out, as they say. No, I was put in the retard class in high school. I don't know what that's in relevance to, but I totally believe it. Anyways, we have like 2 hours left in the program. The other methods for Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, all of those. So let's talk about this one. A DeKalb, I don't know how to pronounce this. A DeKalb County man is facing multiple charges after police say he stole more than 90 manhole covers from country streets this month. According to the county police, investigators with the East Precinct's investigative unit arrested Killian Watley on September 16th on charges of theft of government property. The police say there have been 5 incidences involving the theft of at least 91 DeKalb County Public Works manhole covers, also known as catch basin lids. Investigators said the break in the case came when a witness in Rockdale County recorded 2 men removing 2 manhole covers, placing them into a 2020 Nissan Kick and driving away. Detectives identified the vehicle's owner, linked him to the other thefts, and later conducted a traffic stop in DeKalb County where Watley was arrested. Watley is charged with 8 counts of theft of government property. Police said additional charges are expected. But why was he doing it? Why was he taking the manhole covers? This makes no sense. More than 90 of them. This motherfucker is running around with fucking 90 of these things? What the heck does he want with these manhole covers? More like, said like DeKalb. Oh, DeKalb. Okay, thank you, Lexi. Manhole cover, underwear. No. That's lab glass territory. DeKalb County in Illinois. I'm guessing it's in Illinois. It's an American story. What's phase 2? Phase 3's profit. Right. Phase 3's profit. Phase 1 is steal the manhole covers. I get those parts. My question is, what's phase 2? What turns the manhole covers into profit? It's not scrap metal. What turns the manhole? He stole 90 of them. That's just an impressive feat in and of itself. Like, think about how far and wide you have to go to see 90 different manhole covers. This guy took them. All of them. No idea why. All right, well, there's that, the manhole cover story. I wanted to get to that. Someone else had asked about it. I didn't know if I wanted to cover it that much. But yeah, it's just a dude looks like homeless Static Shock. Which dude? Standard cast iron covers typically weigh between 100 and 300 pounds. See, Magic 8 Ball, this is again reaffirming my question of why was he doing this? This was a lot of work. This wasn't easy. There's no there. You can't, there's no black market for manhole covers. I know a guy who knows a few manhole covers that have fallen off a truck. What are you doing with this shit? They're going to need a woman to figure out step 2. Why is it they need a woman to figure out step 2? Jay MacGyver saying maybe he has a huge manhole. You know what, Jay MacGyver? Thank you for chiming in. I did not think of that. Maybe he just has a huge manhole. I mean, funny, yes, but again, what the hell are you doing with these things? Shit is getting so weird around here right now. It's crazy. So you're stealing manhole covers. Oh man, it's fucking clown world. I can't take it. Like I said, I'm all weirded out about the alien thing, and now manhole cover people and everything else. I don't know what to do. Although, St. Aaron, maybe the manhole covers are Hulk Frisbees. All right, so he's going to play Frisbee with the Incredible Hulk. Forgetting for a moment that that's a movie and not, in fact, a real person, I again go, 90 of them? How much Frisbee are you playing? Like, in most cases, the Frisbee goes back and forth. In the case of Frisbee golf, you have several Frisbees based on the way that they fly for their trajectory to be able to play the game of Frisbee golf. So I can understand a diversity of manhole covers, but I don't go above 3. He's going to have a putter, a mid-ranger, and a driver, and that's it. And they're each 1 to 300 pounds? Fuck that. He's stealing manhole covers to give them to the aliens as gifts. I don't think they'll want them. Plus, if they take the whole planet, they get all the manhole covers. Man arrested stealing dozens of manhole covers. Oh, we've got a video? Is it a video? It's the same story I did. Oh, but we do have a picture of the man. All right, guys. So here is our manhole cover thief. He's wearing a shirt that says free hugs. No offense, but that shirt could say free lids. It'd be just as accurate because after all, you've got 100 manhole covers. Oh my God. I didn't realize how lucky I was today. I did not realize. I also didn't realize how stiff my legs are. I literally, I can't move them without bending. Thank God I don't have to drive anywhere today. Wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to call a cab or something. Yeah. All right. So, holy boy, Timu Donatello. Hell, hey, we've got another. This is why I haven't done anything with the kick, like having the stream. Most people that join in the kick stream are bots. Like, this is funny. Hello, great streamer. I know growing your kick channel and hitting KCIP verification can be tough. I can help you get 1,500 real viewers, 100 average viewers, 25 subs, and 250 active chats to build real engagement. Are you serious about growing, building a loyal audience, and earning over $100 from streaming? DM me on Discord. It's always DM me on Discord. No, let's talk about it in the chat. Oh, wait, you're a bot. Just picking a poor guy who falls into the uncovered manholes. Plenty of people. Nobody looks where they're going anymore. Nobody looks what's right in front of them. Like when something hits you out of your blind side or when you're looking left, like into oncoming traffic, and something hits you on the right, that's one thing. But nobody looks what's in front of them where they're going anymore. It's fucking weird. Kick has a bot problem, it seems. Yeah, it does seem like it has a bot problem. But everyone's like, you got to grow, you got to get on Kick and everything else. I finally did, and when I did, so everybody, I couldn't get my actual name because everybody took it, so that's funny. Now I just use the bots for personal amusement. He's holding the manhole covers for ransom. Who's going to pay for them? They arrested him. They'll just seize them back again. I'm still really enjoying the free hug shirt from the guy stealing manhole covers. They arrested him while he was wearing a free hugs shirt. It's not an advertisement you want to make when you're on the inside, buddy. So Wiley has been charged with 5 counts of theft. So we read all of that. We've got nothing else in this story that we didn't cover before, other than the photo. Thank you again for that, Brian. The aliens are the bots. They're watching us. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually, St. Caesar. If you were an alien entity and you had the ability to tap into our telecommunications and engage with us as people, as chatters in the chat, using it to learn anything from the most mild of information to the greatest of irritators to how to talk to us, whatever. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Scrap value equals 18,000 pounds between 1,000 and 1,800. Oh, I take it back. So you're saying if I go steal like 2 manhole covers and scrap them, I might be able to like make a little money and go buy a new computer for World of Warcraft, and like I'm saving up, like I'm trying to save up money to move and everything else, and now I want to get a better computer to be able to play WoW. And I looked at computer prices, and it's like they're not like way more expensive than when I bought a PC a while ago, but it's just the overall expense of buying a high quality gaming PC. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking embarrassing. And so like I'm going to have to start saving up, maybe even get a part-time job somewhere for a while. I have to look if I can do some sort of part-time work, and I will be like, look, I'm going to be honest. I'm doing this so I can get a better computer to play World of Warcraft. How much to stop sign worth? How much is a stop sign worth? I don't think a stop sign's worth much. Bishop, $2,000, not a penny more. For what? For the manhole cover or the gaming PC? Because yeah, that would be about where that's like top end is $2,000. They put the Series X price up again. I don't care. They're now $800. Cool. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? They take the manhole covers and sell them to Antifa for shields. Who the fuck's gonna carry? Look, I would actually be in favor of that. Do you know how easy it would be to take Antifa people out when they're being problematic? Like to restrain them and to stop, like when they were burning down Minneapolis. If they all had fucking manhole cover shields, they wouldn't be able to move. It's 100 pounds. That's like half of a me. Johnny exotic sunglasses model. I mean, maybe I'd do it if it paid the bills. With you talking about PC prices, I wasn't saying PC prices were going up. I was just saying I need a lot of money to get a PC. Brian, 2K is mid. 2K is for a mid-range PC. Honestly, I was looking at one of my guildmates sent me a link to a site, and they had a range of PC specs, and they went from like good, great to ultra, whatever. Like the top end PC that they were putting out there, looking at the specs of it and everything else, and they were selling that for, like $2 something. So, I mean, I don't know. Ryan Dirty, blah. I think Antifa has the muscles to carry a manhole cover for a shield. They use cardboard shields. That should tell you. Again, I think it'd be entertaining if that's what was going on. That's why I'd like to see it. There's a website where you can build your own PC for cheap. There's plenty of websites where you can build your own PC for cheap. ecollegepc.com. But building your own PC doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper than getting it yourself. It's over $2K for a 590 GPU. Yeah, certain parts, if you're getting a high-end PC, Brian, Saint Caesar knows nothing. Believe me, I know. I know, Brian. The biggest clue that he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's not able to use a real computer. He has a shitty laptop he talks to the show on, and he plays on his Xbox. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And also, when we're talking about like, oh, I'm looking at getting a PC, so I want to be able to I'm going to have to start saving even more money and giving up even more stuff, like stop smoking weed. Like I'm thinking about making these choices to save up money for a PC. And he's like, Xbox is more expensive. Who the fuck cares? I'm having a moment about what I'm talking about doing. Are you planning to buy an Xbox? Are we talking about prices going up? Or I'm on my mini PC right now, hooked up to my TV. Oh, cool. Those Yanni soy pansies. Those scrawny soy pansies. Oh, we're talking. See, now we're getting mixture of Antifa and Saint Caesar not knowing what he's talking about. All right, so I guess we'll go to this video. This was shared from a Missouri rap concert. All I'm going to say is, like, we're going to play this video. This is, we're playing it. The dude in the video that we're about to play. The dude in the video, this guy, is a member of the stadium staff, and he's telling this person to go back to their actual seat because they're not in their seat. And so he's like, look, you can't be here. This isn't your seat. So all I'm going to say is, if you're anyone who cares about stereotypes, you know how to handle this situation. just start beating the shit out of the guy doing his job. Thank God all of you are just pulling out your phones and recording it. I honestly, when we start seeing stuff like this, and this person's first action is the phone, can we start charging you as an accessory? I'm tired of this. No, I gotta record it for the views, though. All right, I'm not gonna keep playing that. So that guy got the crap kicked out of him. And again, people that have been posting this video are like, so what makes people act like this? I'm going to say it's a culture. It's a culture of I've been a victim my whole life and I deserve to while out, and it's just me dealing with racism that's always around me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing or why. So look at the age of the guard. He's literally doing that. Bet he's bored from retirement. I would say it's probably more likely that he can't afford to fucking live without a little bit of money. Mr. Q, world star, right? Like, I've got the fucking... I'm tired of it being the usual suspects, right? Where I was told that when I see these correlations, that I'm an asshole. And then I keep seeing these coincidences. But somehow I gotta start taking my noticinol. The picture of the guy halfway down. Yeah, we got that one. Oh, this is... I love my 470 Ti Super, says Brian. Yeah, like I'm looking at upgrading my PC if I can squirrel away the money, and that's if like the one I have will get the job done, but it's clear we're gonna need to go up a notch, and yeah. Never go anywhere there are more than two, says Red. Oh. I was literally shitting my pants because I thought maybe he knew something had happened, but didn't talk for most of the... Oh, wait. Let's catch over. Anyone who wears free hug shirt is telling you he's a... Wow. That is a bold statement, Wild Saffron. He is just paranoid about keeping his manhole covered. That is too many subs. Needs some more DOMs, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Yeah, my girlfriend is... my girlfriend in 10th and 11th grade was 15 months younger in high school, so for 3 months it didn't look good on paper, but both of our parents knew each other, and we were okay with it. And we're okay with it. Yeah, but I feel like that's a different thing. And I was scared of her dad, blah, blah, blah. Every gaming PC that will run Truck Simulator are now 3K. Wow, must be a really low-quality game. I would guess not. If you need $3,000 for the computer. Rusty Grammar, my hubby would say, that's my only daughter. Nothing I won't do for her. Also, all right, so we never go anywhere, all right? I was literally shitting my pants because I thought maybe he knew something had happened. Didn't talk to her for most of the drive. Pulled over. Told me to drive. Come to find out. What? Just wanted to see if I could drive a stick. Oh. Sorry, Johnny Crosstalk. Yeah, it's a lot of crosstalk. I didn't we catch up with the chat. Starforge is a site I have seen. The prices are stupid. Okay. Will you sell your old one or keep it as a backup? Well, it depends. If I can actually make the money to get the PC and have the PC, the idea is I'll use the current one to do all the streaming, and I'll use the other one to do the gaming, and I'll stream my games and things like that, and it'll run smoother because we've got the tasks divvied up a little bit. But I don't know. Honestly, right now, the desire and the wish to have a new PC was something that started yesterday, and so right now it's still in pipe dream territory. So we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves of what will we do with the old one. You could stream from the old one, free up the new one. I literally just said that. You should know better than to read my comments aloud. I read all the comments, right? The chat's involved. The show's involved. We've got an hour and 45 left in this baby. So, if you want to give us the likes, the thumbs up, thank you. If you subscribe, awesome. If you want to throw us some subs and shit, that'd be great. We are bingo on donations in Venmo and PayPal and Cash App. So we're still sitting at $25 from not making it today. That's scary. We'll see what we do. I went all AMD, not as concerning the GPU. Everyone thinks NVIDIA, so I use an equivalency. Mr. Q, I am not home yet. Well, don't worry about it, buddy. I'm sure we counted your 5 from yesterday after. Like, I'm not too worried about it. You know, but if you can, cool. You've got time. We've got time. We're still going for another hour 45. So it's not like it's a problem. All right, so let's get to this last thing from the first hour. This is a hilarious, like kind of, I guess, kind of bout of karma. So apparently there was an app created. And the app created was made for outing Charlie Kirk critics. So anyone critical of Charlie Kirk or his passing, this app outed them. I guess it gave out information about them. Well, the app leaked its users' personal data. Didn't mean to hit that one. An app for anonymously reporting individuals accused of speaking ill against conservative. All right, so it's an app for anonymously reporting people. So you want to anonymously draw public attention to people. That's fun. Anonymously reporting individuals accused of speaking ill against conservative activist Charlie Kirk leaked personal data about its users. The app, known as Cancel the Hate, was taken offline Thursday amid an investigation into the data leak by Straight Arrow News. Launched in the wake of Kirk's assassination on September 10th, Cancel the Hate aims to hold individuals accountable for their public words, according to its website. It calls on users to express concern by submitting intel on alleged offenders, including their names, locations, and employers. But you guys don't need your names and locations given out, just the people you're looking to. Mr. Q, Uno reverse card activated. See what I mean? My hand is getting so much worse today. I am nervous about that. It's very worrying. All right. Anyways, yes. So Rusty Grammer has been timed out for 5 minutes on his own accord. Thank you, Rusty. Anyways, so yeah, the oh wait, we have Hillary Clinton blaming Christian men for basically everything. You know what? I don't even care. I'm going to get to the second hour stories if it kills me, because we have like an hour and a half left in the program, and I'm busy talking about this one. We're going to get to the second hour stuff. Fuck the Hillary Clinton thing. Screw it. You know what? We're going to kill it like she did several people, supposedly. Cancel the Hate highlights a particular interest in medical professionals whose conduct could endanger patients, the website says, as well as public officials, business owners, entertainers, influencers, teachers, and education administrators. So pretty much everybody. We do not seek revenge or mob justice, the website says. So just report these people you don't like so we can all gather around and shame them like a mob. Our goal is transparency. Well, you achieved it. Transparency for the people you're going after. Transparency for the people using their app, because everyone's data is now up for grabs to ensure that individuals in positions of power cannot hide hateful words or actions from public scrutiny. It's just too good. All right. Cancel the Hate sounds like a lefty site. I would believe that. I would believe that it's a lefty site, and the whole thing was a psyop to just steal and release people's private information if they like Charlie Kirk. I think it's more likely that this app was built to get these people's information than it is that it got the information and someone targeted it and hacked it and it got leaked. Like, I doubt it. Everything about it sounds like a setup. So yeah, I would agree with you. It's probably a setup. That's why I laugh. Like, who who downloads that app, like, yeah, guys, we're going to hold them all accountable, and I'm going to just download this app into my phone for doxing people and for, arranging a mob. Because, again, they're like, look, we don't want a mob mentality. Your app is literally holding up people, and we just want people held accountable. Right, but a mob mentality is let's hold people accountable. Like, you can't divorce the two. Like, it is capable to have, accountability and people demanding accountability and it not being a mob mentality. But when your website is to put up pictures and information of people so we can all that is literally a mob mentality. I'd rather see a Charlie Kirk video archive where each statement he ever made is fact-checked, tired of liberals calling him a racist Nazi, backed up with half out of context claims. That's and I agree with you, Fanatical Bucks fan, but that's always going to be the way of it. It's always going to be the way of it. That's why I've decided to start laughing my balls off at this stuff, because what else are you going to do? And then, like I said, right now, I'm freaking the out over the whole alien visitor deal. All right? Like, I am nervous. I am concerned. And so, you know what? And I'm going to check and find out what's going on with the kiddo. So, yeah. Hold on a second. I do need to send this text message. All right. Anyways, here we go. He literally never said anything remotely racist. The thing that people are using for the racist stuff, and I don't know what exactly he said, but the thing that people are going after him for racism on is the Martin Luther King stuff. But again, I don't know specifically what he said. They're just saying because he was critical of Martin Luther King, he's a racist, which is, again, one of those, because he's critical of this, he's a homophobe. Because he's critical of that, he's a bigot. Because he, is a MAGA Republican, he's violent. And it's like, again, you're drawing these correlations that don't line up some or most of the time. Our glorious leadership decided that Christianity and the Caucasian race were in the way of progress. Yeah, but Israel's always, our leaders have always had that problem. MLK was a communist R-worder. Again, this is where I'm like, look, Martin Luther King did a lot of things that were important to the advancement of civil rights, yes, but that doesn't mean that Martin Luther King was a saint. All right, mainly just so technically not even racist, says Rusty Kramer. You are a good cat, Al. Yeah, no, Al is not a good cat. He is a humpy cat who is being very aggressive with the stuffed dog. I will say for Cat Watch, he's been doing okay with the meds. Taking them isn't too bad. The pills are tiny. They need to be administered every 12 hours. That's the real bitch of it. The real bitch of it is just the fucking pill regime, because I have to administer the pills to him. He won't go take them himself. But yeah, other than that, he seems to be okay. He seems to be doing well. He's toned down a little bit, so I'm hoping that's great. I've never used AMD, but overall, I don't see the power hype around it. As I see around NVIDIA. I've used AMD. I don't know if this one's AMD, but I've used AMD processors before. I personally find AMD and NVIDIA equal. But you know what I don't do? Intel. Not for any reason, just never really have. Conservatives, 9-10, don't commit violence. Leftist losers are unhinged. Oh, yeah. I don't know that I can go with the 9 out of 10, but I will go with agreeing with you on the whole, like, hey, the conservatives are not, like, we'll go down, like, to say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 times, it's not a conservative person. You might have the 3, and that's if we're grading on a curve, but the 7 are the other side. But the worst part is the leadership of both sides are playing us against the middle. And this is how we're reacting. So what are you going to do about it? My communications officer on the USS Ford was way into the conspiracies. Nice that we had full access to everything, says Bishop. Well, that's ironic that you say that, because wasn't what's his name? Bill whatever, the Mystery Babylon guy, wasn't he in military communications before? Brian the Science, MLK, bad person, fantastic message. I mean, that's one thing. Equal rights on paper does not equate to no racial bias in society. Well, even then, like, this is the other part. Biases come from somewhere. Like, this is why I keep saying, like if that community doesn't want people to think that way about it, then why don't they shame their community members when they behave like stereotypes? That's my question. Like, that's where we get it. You know what? This is getting a little white power. Bill Cooper, thank you, Brian the Science. Yeah, and wasn't Bill Cooper a naval intelligence officer too? Anyhow, we're gonna try and get away from the white power hour style stuff that's going on around here. Bill Cooper was a quartermaster of navigation. He got read in and freaked out. Speaking of the Navy, how about the USS Minneapolis, St. Paul, down there by Venezuela, just messing up in-murking drug dealers? Well, that's, I didn't know that was a thing. Biopsies come from laboratories. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Jelly for the Smelly. Sorry about your victimhood versus my white privilege, says Fanatical Bucks fan. New 9/11 documentary came out a few weeks ago, Codex 9/11. I don't know if I'm not even up for that right now. I can't go back to 9/11 and deal with 9/11. Right now, I am on pins and needles for the next week. Nervous about this spaceship alien thing. Bill Cooper predicted what the U.S. government was going to do and was unalived for it. That is the theory. I would be able to. I would say that's a plausible theory.
Okay.
All right. Now that we've got this loaded up here all the way, I do need to get to this story. It's the third hour starting right now. We got an hour and a half. We got $30 left for our goal. If you can help out on that, please do on Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, Rumble Rants, YouTube, Super Chats, all that. We'll see where we go. We've got this story of a squirrel attacking Bay residents in San Francisco. Squirrel's going to get AIDS. All right.
We go to the North Bay now, where some neighbors are on alert after a series of attacks on people perpetrated.
I love this band. I love whoever put this flyer up. Attack squirrel, beware. This is not a joke. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel over the past few days on Diablo, I can't read all of that, in Mount Lansing. I love whoever's putting out attack squirrel flyers. Somebody took the time to get this picture. It's got to be AI, right? It's got to be AI for the attack squirrel photo. I love this. These ladies look like they're not taking it very seriously. I love that in San Francisco, they can't handle the squirrels.
By a vicious squirrel.
Yeah, ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard spoke with some of the victims today in San Rafael.
One of the victims reportedly said, supposedly,
"There's a little squirrel over there. He's just laughing at me. Imagine that."
This clomped onto my leg and it was just hanging on. His tail was flying up here, you know, and I was like, get off me, and I kind of didn't want to touch it. But
it's the last thing Joan Hebleck expected on her morning walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael.
The first thing she expected was several hours of catcalling, followed by a couple of phone numbers. No, of course you weren't. Nobody expects the Squirrel Inquisition.
Came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all.
Joan suddenly attacked by a squirrel, which clawed and bit her legs. The wounds bad enough, she had to go to the ER. Scary.
Oh, yeah, very scary. And how do you get the squirrel attached to your leg off?
This is beautiful.
You grab the little furry rodent and you chuck him. All right? Brian, it's gilf hunting season. Let's go. No, it isn't. Again, apparently it's not even squirrel hunting season. Squirrel's gilf hunting. She woke up expecting an alien invasion. Even like we all do. No. She woke up expecting the rapture. Oh, I'm having a day. My body is just being a bitch. So that is what it is. I'm having a day. Let's see, him and several fanatical Bucks fan, him and several others over the decades. Yeah, dude, like I thought like the big one was he was telling people not to pay taxes. A squirrel is on meth. His teeth will rot out soon. If he's on meth, maybe. I wonder if all the people who got bit have to go through the rabies series. Possibly. Isn't that a thing? If you get attacked by a squirrel, you have to be
Now is following us.
go through the rabies shots?
She almost killed me.
Isabel Campoy and her niece Carmen were also attacked while walking in the same area off Mount Lassen Drive.
All right, no, okay. We're making jokes about this, but
off Mount Lassen.
We're making jokes about this, but this motherfucker's getting after it now. One, that lady's arm is ridiculously hairy. That's gross. Those rabies shots suck. Yeah, because don't they go like into your liver or some shit? It's like way inside.
Drive.
I hope they don't. Squirrels need to be locked up. Y'all, if the rapture did happen and we don't know because we're in the fourth group. That's kind of a theory. Yep, super deep into your belly. Yeah.
The squirrel went to the floor and from the floor tried to jump to my face, which I tried to protect my face from, and then my arm was completely overcome by the squirrel. Finally, it jumped off, and by then I was full of blood, and I ran to the emergency room.
When I saw her with all the blood.
Dear Lord. I will say it looks nice around there. It looks nice out there. Not nice enough to have to put up with crazy attack squirrels, but nice. Liver, says Mr. Q. Oh, God.
In her arm, I was like, oh my God.
These flyers are now posted alerting residents about the incidents. Neighbors say 5 people have been attacked, possibly by the same squirrel with a golden color. It's also been the talk of next door.
Unfortunately, it's not unheard of.
Vanessa Potter from Wild Care in San Rafael says squirrels are not vectors for rabies. The aggressive behavior.
Okay, so they're not vectors for rabies, so we can rule out the rabies shots, thank God. So then what's the reason for super homicidal squirrel? The squirrel was with ICE. He was just following orders. Breaking news, Des Moines school superintendent taken into custody by ICE. Really? That's true? I'm going to have to go look at that in a minute. Don't worry, Kirk Cameron is still here. We weren't left behind, says T. Jefferson. All right, glad that we were able to look into that. That makes me feel better.
The animal being fed and cared for by humans when it was small.
Well, if they associate people with food, then they're not afraid of them. They come up, they look for food, they don't get it. There could be frustrations. They can be territorial of their space.
Wild Care urging the public not to feed wild animals. Meantime, neighbors are enjoying the outdoors.
Dude, we've had black squirrels in this neighborhood. The minute we moved in here, Ivy's mom was feeding them. Like, she loves feeding the squirrels. Suet blocks, we've got bird feeders, another thing. Like, no. Them squirrels got some food. Like, I know you're like, hey, don't feed the squirrels. No, they're cute little rodents. They're going to get food.
But watching their backs, Isabel is trying to heal and move forward.
It hurts to...
Trying to heal and move forward. It hurts to what? I'm sorry. I cut that off on you.
forward.
It hurts to touch the skin. I am putting my best power, mind, positive, in order to say I will survive this.
Well, I don't think it's lethal. I don't think the squirrel is lethal. But let me ask you, ma'am, do you think this whole situation was a little nuts? She's got, oh, dude, she has PTSD, post-traumatic squirrel syndrome. Post-traumatic squirrel syndrome. Oh my God, yes. She's gonna shit her pants every time someone goes, squirrel! She's like, oh God, no! Not again! It's the squirrel! Oh, dear Lord. I'm glad that it's not a rabies thing, because that's what I thought it would be. I would have thought it was a rabid squirrel. But it's not. So, Mr. Q, let my cat at them. Dude, that's one that I'm curious about. Like, I don't think Alucard would take out a squirrel. I don't believe he would. I think he could, but I think he'd rather not. Unless he had to defend himself from a squirrel, he's not going to fuck up a squirrel. He's just going to, it's more work than it's worth to him. He's lazy when it comes to that. But I'll say this, Tegra will murder the fuck out of a squirrel. Tegra watches the squirrels and the birds through the windows with her tail just flicking like, I want to kill it. I want to kill it. We've had squirrels on our back patio and she's looked out the sliding door at them just like, I want to murder you. I want to murder you. Like, she wants to kill the squirrels. Alucard will go after birds. Alucard would go after birds. Something about the birds he really wants to do something about, but none of them. Gordy would get eaten by a squirrel. Yeah, probably. Illegal alien school superintendent only in the USA. Oh, that's right. I do need to look that up. We did get to the squirrel story that we promised. I do have a Minnesota story that I think is hilarious about Donald Trump ripping on Ilhan Omar. But let's look up, what was it, Des Moines? Des Moines? Iowa? Or was it Iowa? Oh, wait. Yep, here we go. Thank you, Brian. Link for you, Johnny. Appreciate that, Brian. That saves me some time. I really appreciate that help. All right, is it a video? Ooh, it's a video. Thank you. It's a video. Wait a minute. Is it a video or is this something else entirely? I'm very worried about this. All right, let's go. Boom.
So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
He faces 1 count of obstruction of justice and 1 count of.
All right, so this video is not at all. This video is not at all the story. So let's just read it.
Pine bulls of the Canadian wilderness.
Fuck off.
Expansive to America. Only way to experience is to go.
How do I close the ad? Ugh. The superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools has been detained by U.S. Customs and Immigration Enforcement. The agency claims that the Gunya-born man was found with a loaded weapon while here illegally. In a message sent out to the district community, school board chair Jackie Norris confirmed that Superintendent Ian Roberts, 52, had been detained Friday morning, adding that the district received no confirmed information as to why Dr. Roberts is being detained or the next potential steps. Officials with ICE said they took Roberts into custody with the assistance of the Iowa State Patrol. ICE said Roberts was, quote, in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a fixed blade hunting knife. ICE claims Roberts was under a final order of removal dating back to May of 2024 and had no work authorization. The Iowa Department of Public Safety officials say that when they attempted to approach Roberts in his vehicle at about 8:45 a.m., he sped off. Agents say they later discovered his vehicle abandoned. He was found and taken into custody shortly after. According to ICE's website, Roberts is currently detained in the Pottawatomie County Jail. which is in Council Bluffs, Iowa, roughly 130 miles west of Des Moines and in the vicinity of the Omaha Immigration Court. His country of birth is listed as Guyana. I don't know how to read that. His online biography says he spent much of his childhood in Brooklyn, New York. The Des Moines Register reports that Roberts, who was named superintendent in the summer of 2023, also competed in the 2000 Sydney Olympic Games in track and field for Guyana as a mid-distance runner. Ice enforcement and removal operations, simple. So I don't have how this illegal alien was hired without work authorization, a final order of removal, and a prior weapons charge is beyond comprehension and should alarm the parents of the school district, Olson said. That is kind of scary. Like, that is a lot to pile on there. So he had a gun. Police kept me from taking my SAT. Then they had a narcotics officer seduce me. In court, the judge said that she could have sex. It was part of it. I'm just gonna disagree with that on a moral stance. I feel like investigation or not, that's no. Iowa, I owe the world a apology. Iowa. Yeah, dude, I thought I said it was Iowa. And didn't I say that? All the live long day? Not the vid. Ripping reads, as Brian says. It was. Can I meet this narcotics officer? Says Brian the Science. I think he wanted to do it with more of an can I meet this narcotics officer? Like, again, I don't agree with that being a thing. Just the whole just on principle. That's where it is. We have about an hour left in the program. So far, pretty bingo on the whole earnings thing. We made a little bit, I think, off of Rumble and maybe a touch off of Twitch. But yeah, we're 25 away from a day. We might be bingoing out on the goal and starting Monday full, which is not ideal. But what are you gonna do? So we'll take that and look there. Yep, and rip. Let's check these just to make sure. Yep, we're good. All right, then. Breaking news. Representatives of Atlas have made contact with Earth. They were notified that America is not accepting illegal immigrants. Visas and details pending. Oh. Here's the thing. I don't think, like, that's very, very, very funny. But at this point, if Atlas is an alien ship and they have the ability to contact us, they're not doing it on purpose. Would have happened by now. We have the Erica Church thing. I don't know if I want to cover that one yet. Ooh. Trump talking smack about Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar is a horrible politician, and unfortunately she's been elected by my state because my state is full of a bunch of people who vote solely not to be racist. I'm an ally. I voted for the Somalian lady. I'm not racist. I'm an ally. I'm an ally. I support other people. I'm not racist. I didn't pay attention to viewpoints, policies, or anything. No, I voted for her because she's a Somalian woman, and I'm not racist. Like, okay. Well, one, this isn't real. I know I won't be surprised to find left-leaning sources going, Donald Trump's trying to get his political opponents kicked out of the country. This isn't real, but this moment in and of itself is hilarious. And so we're going to go to the... And as someone who hates Ilhan Omar, I think it's incredibly hilarious. So let's go here and boom.
You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back. He said, I don't want her. Okay. What else? You want to...
I met the head of Somalia and I suggested you take her back. He said, I don't want her. That's funny. She met with the head of Somalia too, and he was very happy that she went out in front of a crowd and said she's Somali first. Again, I'm one of those people that if you're not like... If you're Israel first, Somali first, whatever, like, If you're APAC, like, you shouldn't be allowed to operate as a lobbying committee in this country. It's just weird. Anyway, so yeah, that was fun. Cue everyone saying Donald Trump's trying to get his political opponents evicted. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the usual suspects that I will have to tell, no, that's not what's happening. He made an offhanded comment that is a joke. And again, that's not what is actually happening. Mr. Q, Somalia first. Johnny, that's how they vote in Minneapolis. It's how they vote in Minnesota, in the district she's from. And, like, no offense, I've been in Minnesota my whole life. There's a whole lot of people in this state that are, I'm golly gee shucks darn, I'm liberal because I'm not racist. Like, that's the way you could put it. Minnesota Nice has devolved into a group of people, particularly in the cities, that are, I'm liberal because I'm not racist. I'm accepting because I'm an ally. And it's like, yeah, but what about these issues? No. Criticizing that is racism, and I'm not racist, so I won't criticize. Like, it sucks. It's like living with. I cannot wait till people have their birthright citizenship revoked. That's gonna be scary. That one I'm worried about. Fill some holes. Idiots out walking around. She got a little squirrely when they applied the ointment. I think who said that one? That person might. King Kong Dong, you might be a little bit behind, or I caught it late. Hard to tell. Redman, bye-bye. All right, bye, Redman. Weren't you in here earlier talking too, or did you just come in to say goodbye? Never go anywhere with more than. Oh yeah, bye-bye. Oh. I don't think is Redman really leaving? Guy Anya. That is a weird country. This is why people are like, don't read the Rumble chat. I gotta catch up, and now it's out of place. Like, oh no, it's a thing. So anyhow, we may have kicked Ilhan Omar out, but the opportunity has come and gone. Again, I won't be surprised if I have to tell one or two people in the next few days. No, Donald Trump did not actually try to remove Ilhan Omar from America. Okay, bye, Johnny, says Taste Fairy. No. Redman said bye-bye. I was reading his comment. I'm not going anywhere yet for another hour. I have to make $25 more. So I got to sit here and kind of grind this out for another hour and really hope it hits. And then if it doesn't, start thinking about some things. Gordy would make. Yeah, we covered that. Okay. We are, like I said, an hour left from the end of the show. I need to get rid of these stories up in scene number 1 here. Clear those. We're going for another hour, and then we'll be off this weekend. I will be back Monday morning on the Steel Toe Show, and then back here Monday afternoon. And then hopefully between Monday and Wednesday, the ivermectin shows up. We'll see how that does, and we'll go from there. I also have what is it? I have the Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, WoW stream raid thing next Saturday. So if you enjoy those, it'll be next Saturday. I am gonna be running with Sulfur Surfer, I think it is. Fuck, I forget. Damn it. Bricks Gaming, myself, hopefully Nucleatic Gaming, aka Brian the Science, and we'll be in Discord with a couple other streamers, some friends of ours, fellow guild and gamers in WoW, to kind of just crush through a regular Mana Forge Omega and just kind of have fun. He tried to remove her, but she Freedom Seed missed. She sneezed. Oh, the fucking blend in with the background. I gotta find a way to change the text color so it pops a little more. Next Saturday, unless the aliens don't show up, says no, it's next Sunday. Next Sunday, unless the aliens don't show up. Wait a minute, no, next Sunday if the aliens don't show up. It'd be next Sunday unless the aliens do show up, St. Caesar. Jesus. I can see a UFO out of my window. They are coming. Oh, great. He tried to remove. Don't worry, there are plenty more illegal aliens running our mandatory government indoctrination program, aka education system. I don't agree with our education system being a mandatory government indoctrination system. I do think our education system is fucked up and has a lot of problems. But I could be wrong. You could be right. Maybe that's the way it is. It is hilarious that we have an illegal alien who has a prior gun charge, who has a lot of very questionable shit, was a school superintendent. I just feel like, look, you can argue whether or not that guy deserves to be here. Fine. But off of the information we have, even if you think that person should be allowed to be here, they shouldn't be allowed to be a school superintendent. They should get some of those issues resolved first. But hey, since we have St. Caesar always talking about stuff, guys, if you didn't know, in St. Caesar's neck of the woods, they've announced that they're going mandatory digital ID for the right to work in the UK. I don't think this is actually a good thing, so don't let the applause break fool you. They're going this is, I think, the UK Prime Minister saying they're bringing mandatory digital IDs to be able to work in the UK.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be allowed to work unless we have your name, your date, your file, your information, all of it on a digital format, and that something we can lock down in any way, shape, or form. Okay. More classrooms in Chicago fly the pride flag and not the American flag. They are indoctrination centers. Brian, I would agree. You know what? Fuck it. What do I know? Here's what I will say. If you fly the pride flag but not the American flag, get the fuck out of here. Like, okay, so you think it's okay to make your entire life about your sexual identity, but you don't want to have anyone to have any sort of cultural identity in the place they're from. Okay, go fuck yourself. Not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Mr. Q, how about that, same Caesar? Johnny is waiting on his Chewy delivery. Says Phil some holes. Phil some holes. No, I'm not. I got my Chewy delivery. Alucard's got his medication. I'm waiting on my Amazon delivery for mine. And it's 5 days and counting, hopefully sooner. And we'll keep you abreast of how it goes once we start doing it.
Simple as that. And that is why today...
All right, so we covered that. So you guys are going... Oh, the UK full digital ID to be able to work. I
am announcing.
It kind of scares me.
This government will make.
It kind of scares me. I don't know how I feel about that being a thing, but they tried to push the digital IDs on us in COVID. I'm not okay with this. I am okay, but it's weird because I'm all right with like needing an ID to vote, having an ID, but instead, the government said that the digital ID would be held on people's mobile phones and become a mandatory part of the checks employers have to make when hiring staff. Over time, it will also be used to provide access to services such as childcare, welfare, and access to tax records. In other words, we want you to put your money and your entire life on a digital format that we can control. You can't have a physical ID card. We want a digital. And now this is the former UK Prime Minister explaining why it's a bad idea.
As we must have digital ID. That's the way we'll stop illegal immigration. Well, think about it. Germany has ID cards, strict ID and checks. It's made no difference at all in Germany, and nor will it here. All that digital ID will be is a means of controlling the population, of telling us what we can and can't do, of fining the innocent. And didn't we see it all when we had the pandemic, when you had to have vaccine ID to travel, to do various things? Did that stop the COVID pandemic spreading?
Lexi, that was an ivermectin animal joke, buddy. I know, Lexi. I didn't have a funny retort to it. I thought it would be funnier to go with the taking it at face value. I have friends in the cities. I voted Kamala because Walz is like a dad to me. Like, what kind of a dad was he to them? Like, are they at least honest about it? Where he's like a two-faced, like, has bipolar dad. Like, did they say he's a bipolar dad, where he appears really, really nice in public, but like when the lights go out and he's at home alone, he's beating his wife? Like, not that Tim Walz does that, but just, I mean, if the state was Tim Walz's wife, we've been getting the shit kicked out of us by Tim Walz and slapped around for daring to speak back since he got elected. So I said this when the Online Safety Act was introduced. They're controlling what we can do and spend. We are fucked. Yeah, dude. And the worst part is they're allowed to, like, it's the fact that they frame it with, oh, it's the Online Safety Act. It's not about online safety. It's about control.
Did it hell? All it did was put cost and inconvenience on everybody else. I also worry about massive data banks being held by the government, being hacked by foreign governments, by private companies, by criminals. I do not see a single benefit to the government having digital ID other than them controlling what we do, what we spend, and where we go. And we,
especially if your money's tied to your digital ID, yeah. I'll say it. Walz beats his wife. Freedom of speech is St. Aaron. No. The only one we know that's an actual, like, accused wife beater is Keith Ellison. I would say, all right. I'll delete it after I save it. I don't know what he's talking about. Johnny, can you drop your email? It's not a big deal. Just kidding. At gmail.com. That's just my email. I don't know what you're talking about, Rusty, but there you go. They're already under tyrannical rule in the UK. Now they have formal slave badges. King Kong Dong, I just realized I was 8 minutes behind. Oops, that's all good. You're 8 minutes behind. We're an hour left to go, and I'm I hope my universal credit isn't affected by this. I need those payments pay board. I don't know what that means. Anyways, yeah, you're 8 minutes behind. Sorry you were. Welcome back to the show. We have an hour left in the program. $25 left in the goal. We'll probably check like the Venmo and the PayPal and stuff in like, another 20, 30 minutes or whatever. Let's drop that. There we go. So the UK is doing digital IDs. We're kind of getting through all of our stuff before we bank out of here at the end of the day. God, I don't know if I want to do that one. Ugh. So let's read this quick. An ultra-rare orange lobster that wound up in a tank in a New York store was returned to its ocean home by a Long Island-based rescue group. They didn't save any of the other ones, though. They just said, fuck it, and they killed the rest.
Turning now to a strange and fascinating story tonight. One man's mission to rescue a rare lobster from a Henrietta grocery store. 13 Wham's Daniel Finkelstein heard from him and the team of volunteers helping him with the rare find tonight. Daniel, good evening.
Again, you're saving one lobster from a Henrietta grocery store. One lobster. Come on, close. God damn it. You're saving one lobster from a grocery store. Fuck the rest of them, though. So the rest of them have to die, but thank God that guy's orange. He gets to go back because he looks like Trump lobster.
Yeah, good evening, Stephen. This is something you don't see every day, but Kyle Brancato of Brighton spotted it earlier last week at the Tops Friendly Markets on Jefferson Road. That lobster is now in Long Island with volunteers who plan to give it a new lease on life. This rare discovery, a 1 in 30 million find, according to the New York Aquarium, part of the Wildlife Conservation Society. Kyle Brancato stumbled upon it while shopping at the Tops on Jefferson Road.
Walked by the lobster tank and I saw this bright orange lobster, very different from all the other ones in the tank.
So I decided that I had to save it no matter what. And fortunately, they let me buy it. But otherwise, I was going to stab a bitch to save this lobster.
Brancato knew he was looking at something special, and he decided to save it.
I think
it's a Finkelstein. What? They drop the poor orange lobster back in the ocean, and all of his friends are dead. Oh, they drop him back in the ocean. I don't know if all of his friends are dead. Be hilarious if they drop him back in the ocean and something eats him right as he gets dropped in. It's a dark Disney movie. Original Disney movies actually were dark because they were a lot more like the old school child's fables that, we grew up with and have been a part of history for years. They were not. They were dark.
The only reason it was still in the tank was people probably thought it had a disease or something because it looked so different and nobody purchased it.
Without experience caring for lobsters, he had to figure out how to keep it alive until help arrived.
I borrowed some tank water from Palmer's down the road, and that bought me enough time to go to Petco, pick up a 20-gallon tank, and I got 20 gallons of seawater that they sell in the store in boxes. And I emptied it into the tank, cooled it down to the proper.
This is fucking ridiculous. I got 20 degrees. I got 20 gallons of seawater that they sell in boxes. St. Aaron, buy it from him, then eat it in front of him. No. It would be really funny is if he releases it into the water and someone catches it and immediately puts it into a boiling pot.
Temperature, and I contacted an organization out of Long Island to rehabilitate it and bring it back to the ocean.
Volunteers from Humane Long Island agreeing to transport the animal several hours away.
We're going to acclimate him again over a period of probably about an hour, and then make sure that he's using his claws appropriately, make sure that he's foraging and swimming, and he's ready to go.
After several stops to check his safety along the way, the lobster arriving in Long Island appearing healthy late Sunday evening.
But he's using his claws. This is the kind of reaction we want to see out of them. See, he's raising that claw up at me, in a little bit of a threatening manner. That means he's doing well.
He's doing well. Humane Long Island tells me this all had to be done very carefully, maintaining perfect temperature and water salinity as well. We're told if the lobster is healthy, he could be released into the wild tomorrow. We're also told the lobster was named Jean-Claude. Stephen.
He was named Jean-Claude. Really? I'm sorry. No offense. That orange, we got to go Donald Trump, right? We got to go Trump. It's a Trumpster. The orange lobster is the president of all the oysters. I meant lobster. Yeah, of course. So, yes, we have an hour left in the program. Daniel Finkelstein. That's the reporter.
Back to you.
That is a horrible name. Finkelstein? Oh. But either way, Jean-Claude has been, wait, what? Is there an update?
Turning now to a...
Jesus, this one's like 10 times louder.
Strange and fascinating story tonight. One man's...
All right, no, that's the one we just played. Why did you link the story again in the story? Weird. I borrowed some tank water, contracted. All right, so yeah, I guess that's all we have. They covered the whole thing. The written version is just just that video transcribed. So no point getting back into that. There we go. So we have a couple of things left to go through. Free Willy. Well, they are going to free him. Ba 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 ba. Orange lobster. I don't know if it works. I was trying to go with it. I think you meant a Batman thing. But we'll see. We'll see. We've got what is it? An hour left in the show. We've got $25 left for a goal. That's remarkably low. It's gonna suck if we're gonna fail on that. It is going to suck if I'm going to fail on that because remarkably low. But if that's like, if times are tight for people, if that's the way of it, we just have to start, what are you going to, as someone I care much about, what are you going to do when you live in your shoe? Well, we're just going to have to figure out how to keep walking. All right. Dearborn, Michigan. This is one of those, again, the like assimilation thing. This is, and again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You can't just move to an area and live the way you live. It doesn't matter if you have a different religion or whatever. You need to be respectful of other people. That's the way it works here. Your life isn't supposed to infringe on others. But let's, you're at $10. Oh, Mr. Q letting me know I should check PayPal, apparently. Well then, sir, you are an angel. And he's not wrong. I am at $10 now. He's absolutely right. $10 left in ye goal. Thank you so much, Mr. Q. That is amazing and immense. That's a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate it immensely. I hope this, if I get to keep doing this all the time and I get to a place where money is not a thing, I never forget this part and how grateful I am for all of you helping at every point. I hope I keep that humility and humbleness with me in the future. All right, so this lady lives in Dearborn, Michigan, and now this is the sad part. I imagine this lady lives in Dearborn, Michigan, and has lived there her whole life. But the area of Dearborn, Michigan, has undergone a dramatic change because people were injected into that area, and in what a traditional fashion that I've been continually criticizing, they aren't really adapting to the culture they're moving into. They're demanding the culture they move into adapt to them or fuck off. When you move to Canada, you need to respect their ways. They don't use toilet paper there, says RP. I didn't know that. Riding Dirty Llama, we love Johnny. I love you guys. Thank you for helping with the show. Here's this lady complaining in Canada about the call to prayer at 5 a.m. being put over the loudspeakers.
East Dearborn are now at times waking us up at 5:30 in the morning with the call to prayer.
This is Dearborn resident Andrea Unger at last night's city council meeting stating that mosques using outdoor loudspeakers for their call to prayer should not be allowed.
Oh no, it shouldn't be allowed. And in a place like Dearborn, Michigan, if you raise that protest and it's ignored, all right, you know what? They're going to arrest her ass for complaining. Pretty much, they belittle her. They're going to treat her the way, you're not welcome here, you whole... This is the thing, though. They're being nice about it like this because they're at a disadvantage. If they're at an advantage, like, again, I don't think these cultures in these areas, I don't think they oppose the idea of instituting Sharia law. I think they go for it the minute they think they can, and they will. And it's a problem. Because they're not assimilating. America is a melting pot, and we've lost that, and we've started letting people come here, bring their home with them, and you're a bigot to criticize it. No. If you need to bring your third world style life here and enforce it and infringe it on the rest of us, then you can go back home. It seems like a very simple A to B. $13.99 from Brian the Science. Here you go. Oh, hey, there we go. There we go. We're good. You know what? We're good. We're going to call it good. Today's goal is knocked out. We're on to Mondays, and anything else we make today and have made already on Twitch and Rumble will be, so it's 27, 28. So this is the 29th. Next Monday. It's got to be a 31 month then. If the 5th is 5th, 4th, the 3rd. So 29th. Nope, 30 days this month. God, I can't do math. All right, go ahead, hit play.
And says she believes it's not supposed to be allowed per city or...
No, it's not. The same way if churches were screaming the fucking gospel 5:30 in the morning, and this isn't like just on Sundays. No, every fucking day. because they do this every day. And again, where they come from, that's fine. But it's not okay here. And the worst part is she's like, hey, you moved to this society. I'm trying to... No, you need to pack up and leave because I guess it's theirs now and they're going to do whatever they want. Fuck you.
The noise complaints have been made out and the police have made numerous visits. What is the next step?
There was some question whether or not any outdoor loudspeakers are
And I guarantee you none of these fuckers will do anything about it.
allowed, something that was not clarified, only that more evidence is being gathered. But CBS Detroit did examine Dearborn's noise ordinance and found that loudspeakers between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. are in violation of the ordinance.
But the mosques in East Dearborn are now at times waking us up at 5:30 in
where's
the
my
morning
cursor?
with the call to
Again, so we found out, look, they said they weren't really clear if what they're doing is a crime. Oh, we looked it up. It's totally a fucking crime. It's totally a crime. Can we arrest them now? What are you, a bigot? Again, this is my problem. I don't have a problem with these people from these countries and these Muslim people being here. But I feel like these mosques doing this, these people need to get arrested and learn that, no, that doesn't fly here. But that's the way it is in our religion. Too bad. You asked to come here. If you want to keep it the way it is in your religion, go back to a Muslim country that you came from where it's a thing. You want to live here and participate in the shit that's part of a thing here? Then don't do it. I guarantee you if anybody went and cut like the wires to those speakers and stopped them from being able to do that, you'd hear about how they're a hateful bigot and how they're a racist and an Islamophobe. And it's like, no. They're just people who don't want their lives unjustly affected by others. And it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to do that. So there we go there. We have about 45 minutes left in the program. Let's grab our third hour stuff. I don't know if I want to read this story. Do we have a video? Oh, no, a video. All right, so we'll do this quick, I guess. I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but I guess like Tim Allen's father was murdered and he never forgave the guy, but I guess I never took the time in all my years to ever oh, nope, don't care about that. Where is Tim Allen said, when Erica Kirk spoke the words on the man who killed her husband, that young man, I forgive him. That moment deeply affected me. I have struggled for over 60 years to forgive the man who killed my dad. I will say those words now as I type. I forgive the man who killed my father. Peace be with you all. Like, I don't know. Where do we land on this? Like, this isn't enough of a thing for me to think that he did this for clout or to, like, get any sort of popularity. Plus, I feel like that's a very specific card. Like, oh, I've got the my dad's dead card, and I'll use it to play now. I kind of feel like that might be a real thing. I could be wrong. I love baked ham on the hock and soup, beans, and cornbread. What are we? So wait. Hold on a second. Are we just talking about things we like, or is it like you assimilated part of another person's culture where you got those things you like? I'll say this: I love pad thai. A good pad thai. We had a restaurant here that used to make a killer pad thai, and now it doesn't. It got bought out by someone else and taken over by someone else, and they went a different direction. And I won't say that their direction is wrong. I'll just say it's not for me. But yeah, traditional pad thai. Really good pad thai, like from Thailand. Ooh. The national dish. I wouldn't forgive someone for that, and I'd be pissed if someone forgave my murderer for killing me. That shit is dumb. White people, moral guilt. Los Federales saying, my dad can't be killed because he's already dead inside. So wait a minute, is he immortal but like doesn't have a soul? That's a weird catch. No one can carry the weight of forgiveness but the one who gives it, says St. Aaron. All right, I don't even know what. I wouldn't forgive someone and pissed. Forgive me. Yeah, Look, if someone harmed someone I care about, I definitely couldn't forgive them as fast as Erica Kirk did. I'm not saying I'm incapable of reaching a level of forgiveness. It's going to be difficult, but I certainly like lightning speed that she did that. And that's crazy to me. I could never go that fast. I could never do that quickly. It just it'd be too much. All right, let's grab our I can't speak now. Let's grab our third hour stories to wrap up the last 45 minutes. Our goal fully knocked out. We're going on to to Monday's goal with anything that you throw at us. So thank you. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal if you want to help support the show. Like a thumbs up grow the show if you can't or don't want to financially support the program. And
It's the Backshot Boys.
All right, why wouldn't that pause? All right, and we already did that one, so we've covered that. We have a couple of things. One, I'll do this since I know Brian's in the chat and stuff right now. An update on the Pokemon Ice video. Now, I haven't played it because I've been advised not to. But the Department of Homeland Security put up a video montage of ICE agents arresting illegal immigrants to the theme of Pokemon, even actually interspersed some Ash Ketchum in there for the gotta catch 'em all thing. And now, as a result of that, Pokemon has officially publicly stated that they do not support the use of their theme. Pokemon has said it did not give permission for the show's popular theme song to be used in a video showing deportations posted by the U.S. government. The video, which was captioned with Pokemon's slogan, "Gotta catch 'em all," showed Border Patrol agents and Immigration and Customs Enforcement making several arrests. It also features snippets of Pokemon's anime show showing the main character, Ash Ketchum. In a statement, the Pokemon Company International said, quote, "Our company was not involved in the creation or distribution of this content, and permission was not granted for the use of our intellectual property." It was posted on the Homeland Security X account and while the White House TikTok page and has been viewed millions of times. In response to Sky News' request for comment, a DHS spokesperson played on the lyrics of the Pokemon theme, saying, "To arrest them is our real test. To deport them is our cause." I don't know I don't know the lyrics of the theme song that well. Pokemon is just one of the long list of artists. Right. I don't care about the other artists who didn't. Theo Vaughn, NBC, Jess Gillane. Who the fuck is Jess Gillane? British singer-songwriter. All right. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. That's funny. Beyonce. Amazed they would. The Rolling Stones. Makes sense. In short, to use music for online promotional content, licenses are needed from the owners. Yeah, but what if you're the American government? Who takes you to jail for breaking the law? I'd really like to know. Who takes you to jail for breaking the law if you're part of the American government? Because I got a lady by the name of Nancy Pelosi y'all need to look into. I'm kidding. What she's doing is a crime, but it's not illegal because she made the laws that way. Alrighty. So yes, Pokemon, if we didn't, who needed that? By the way, who needed that clarification? Just, can we get a show of hands? Who needed the clarification that Pokemon was not okay with being tied to the theme of deportation? One, it's incredibly against the show. Ash Ketchum doesn't catch and release the Pokemon. He catches them and holds them. It's far more sinister. See, this is where Pokemon should have doubled down, okay? Pokemon should have been look, we do not approve of this. U.S. Immigrations and Enforcement and Customs is releasing these people back to their native environment and considering that a Pokemon-like thing. No. In the world of Pokemon, you find the Pokemon in their native environment, you abduct them to lock them in a ball only to be released to fight for your pleasure. So it would be a lot more like Pokemon if we caught the Mexicans in Mexico, right? If we caught the Venezuelans in Venezuela, if we caught, who were the South Koreans in South Korea, and then somehow put them into a ball that can't possibly fit their entire physical being. And then we only released them when we were having, like, you know, cockfighting battles with the illegal immigrants. So it'd be like, you know, for in this exact, like, again, Pokemon, in this analogy, it'd be like, hey, like, fucking, what do we got? Like, hey, Venezuelan, I choose you. And you hit the button and they pop out of the ball. And then they have to say, fight an Argentinian. And whoever wins gets to live. That's the way it works, right? Saint Caesar, I already said I've been told by multiple people I shouldn't play the video because I will get in trouble. So I am not going to play the video. Do you have the video? We need to hear the classic theme song. Did you not just hear about how against this they are and how using that theme song would be a... Pokemon International is not Pokemon Japan. The international subsidiary is uber woke. Yeah, I bet Pokemon Japan doesn't give two shits. Overall. Los Federales, yes, slavery and Mandingo fighting. What? What? King Kong Dong, I thought catching them all was referring to all the sexual diseases. No, it's referring to all the Pokemon animals. And like I said, in this context, we're not like making them fight to the death in a ring, so what does it matter? What does it matter? I know the people in my personal life will never give me the fucking thing for this. I've been saying January 6th was not a travesty against democracy because it was arranged by the government. And I know a lot of you guys have said the same thing too. Well, for all of those of you who need an itotaso, we have our itotaso in the form of the information that came out. I found it through this tweet. Let's just go. This does the pictures. All right, let's go back. Because those aren't oh, it's the Blaze. Somebody at the Blaze learned this. The FBI, it's now official. The FBI had at least 275 plainclothes agents present at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. They've been saying since January 6th that it was all Trump people. No. It was the government. 275 FBI agents involved. Yeah, 275 FBI agents. Including one Ray Epps, says King Kong Dong. But the worst part is, like, it's not going to change anything. Nobody who took the side of January 6th was a bunch of crazy right-wing people trying to take over the government. None of those people will hear this and think anything different. They'll go, well, the whole audience was way bigger than 275 people. It's like, right. They weren't all FBI agents. But again, 300... give or take, or just fuck it, 275. We'll stick to that number. 275 plainclothes FBI agents. None of them are de-escalating anything. Nobody. Where were the groups of people holding other people back, going, nah, let's not do this. We probably shouldn't do this. Again, they didn't. They were there to incite it, to push it forward. They were there to smash the windows and then go, hey guys, let's go, and then stand by the door. They were there to be Ray Epps, telling people to push down the barricades, bragging about starting everything, and then somehow telling the news like, I was de-escalating. No, you weren't. January 6th was all hands on deck, every federal employee in the D.C. area. Again, like I said, January 6th was a setup. It was a PSYOP setup. January 6th was entirely a setup. No, their excuses will be they needed to have the FBI there to de-escalate the situation. Again, Mr. Q, that's a great excuse if we have any evidence of de-escalation. But you know what? We don't have any evidence of de-escalation. The same way that Ray Epps' de-escalation shit is bullshit because we have the video proving the opposite. We have the text messages to his nephew proving the opposite. He did not de-escalate things. He instigated them. But he's the only one who didn't go to jail. So again, it's just, like I said, it's annoying. It came out recently. The news comes in the wake of claims by the U.S. Department of Justice Office of Inspector General that the FBI had no undercover personnel in the January 6th crowds. Wrong. We found no evidence in materials we reviewed of the testimony we received suggesting that the FBI undercover employees in the various protest crowds or at the Capitol of January 6th, said the DOJ OIG in an 88-page report released December of 2024. This was a report that was released in the waning days of the Biden administration. The years following the January 6th incident, speculation swirled about the role federal agents had played in the insurrection. The FBI has repeatedly rebuffed attempts by Congress to determine the Bureau's level of involvement in the January 6th crowds, either by its own agents or confidential human sources, also known as informants. This disclosure is unlikely to tramp down questions by former January 6th defendants who have long questioned FBI personnel took part or at least incited a riot in the crowds. Yeah. That was their story the whole time. Now we have people saying they have proof and evidence. 275. Wasn't that what Tucker Carlson said too? Didn't Tucker Carlson say something about that too like a while ago? Also, January 6th deaths happened months later when officers took themselves to K-Town. So the family of Ashley Babbitt can sue the feds. I wish. But they still count as January 6th deaths. I mean, yeah. Gotta catch them all, Cholo Manders. Now I'm thinking of, what would we, South American Squirtle? Panamanian Pikachu. Panamanichu? Squirtle Korean, I guess. All those pepper and smoke bombs. Also the family of the firefighter that got murdered on the stairs, right? All those pepper and smoke bombs. So the feds are everywhere. You can actually play the video, Johnny, and not get in trouble. It's just the audio that gets you screwed. Well, that defeats the point, Mr. Q. Ponitas. It's kind of funny to see all the different characters get caught and then their main weakness is ice. Again, in this analogy, ice isn't their weakness. Ice is just the one releasing that. Again, this is why I'm like, the Pokemon analogy from conception was a horrible thing. We're not making these people fight in an arena for our entertainment. So let them go. Mexican Bulbasaur, he's pretty much a taco with all of that salad in him. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. And isn't Bulbasaur just a giant plant bulb? Like, it's not like a salad. It's not a mixture of lettuces. It's just a plant thing. It's just, now you're just being hateful. Just being hateful. So let's check in on California. You know, we've done kind of a world tour. We've covered the UK. We've talked about Pokemon International and how they feel. Let's check in on California. Now, if you remember this program's history, our last, you know what? I don't know what the music on here if it'll get me in trouble, so I won't play it. Our last California story was how Governor Gavin Newsom said that ICE agents should not be allowed to wear masks, and they were making masks illegal for only federal law enforcement agents in the conducting of their job. So you can wear a mask but if you're a police officer doing your job, you can't. Let's see how the mask thing is going for the other side. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're still very happy to be wearing masks. By the way, guys, California, no, you're right. It's great. Being soft on crime is not leading to roving bands of jewelry thieves. Dude, it's a flash mob coming in with hammers and guns. Like, no offense. I'm sorry, but if California just embraces the Second Amendment and the owner of this store can just start, stopping these people, this shit stops happening. They're breaking all the display cases. Or at least they're trying to. Oh, they couldn't break the glass, so they got to the point where they broke it loose. They're just lifting it off, throwing it out of the way. Oh, what? I'm sure they need these to eat. And I absolutely guarantee nobody saw anything. Aren't we so glad that wearing masks is completely legal for everyone but the people who should be arresting these hooligans? I'm so glad COVID was a thing. It didn't hurt us at all. Vegetarian-based salad. Saint Caesar. You literally wrote vegetarian-based salad then. Does anyone in my chat want to put that up there for Saint Caesar on why a vegetarian-based salad is a stupid thing to say? Do you know what a salad is if it has absolutely no meat in it? It's vegetarian. I said he was a... God, you're dumb. Two different guys, same crime. I guarantee you they get more jail time where I live than where you live. It's only about an hour away, says Mr. Q. I don't know. Did you see there have been more hammer deaths over AR deaths this year? That's not surprising. It seems like a bunch of people love breaking shit with hammers. All right, let's check up Finkelstein White Claw. I'm all for humane animal care, but that is a bug. There's no living with bugs, Wyatt. No one's saying you can't cook the lobster. We're just saying you can't cook the lobster in town. I wish I'd seen that. My Rumble chat had stopped. They were there to do their job. Deceive, says Red Man. We had proof years ago. Unless they jail the ones who orchestrated it, what does it matter to have told you so evidence? I mean, it makes me feel better for the people, it makes me feel better for people that confront me with it. Be like, no, it's literally publicly known. But you're right. Unless we arrest and jail people in the administration and government at that time that were hell-bent to make Donald Trump look like a villain, unless we arrest and jail them, I don't even want to arrest and jail them for that. I just want them held accountable for the other shit they've done. But again, you'll never see that. So you're right. You know what? When you're right, you're right. But yeah, so that was our brief update on Los Angeles. Over 24 masked robbers stole an estimated $1 million worth of jewelry from Heller's Jewelers in San Ramon, California. And again, it was an orchestrated thing. And thank God that we couldn't just see a group of people wearing full coverage on their face en masse and go, oh, those people are up to no good. They're covered in masks. This is the other thing, too. I was raised on the whole, these white militia groups have been arrested by the FBI or whatever. They always have their masks on and everything else. They never actually did anything. We never caught them doing something. It was just they were always gonna do something. Can we arrest these people before they actually do something? Or, I don't know, even settle for arresting them for doing something? After they left, police engaged in a high-speed pursuit but called it off due to public safety concerns. 7 of the 25 suspects have been arrested, ranging in age from 17 to 31. They were all from Oakland, California, and are thought to be connected to other crimes in the area. Yeah. Again, fucking don't, no offense, those people aren't helping society. Why do we keep letting them back into it? They stole $1 million in jewels, and the cops did not get all of them. They tracked some of them down using air support. 6 adults and 1 juvenile have been arrested in connection to the smash and grab. These arrests were made in Oakland, a 30-minute drive from the store, a Dublin, which is a 10-minute walk to the south. All right. It looks like the police drones might be in the future of tracking down these thieves, though the thieves are well known for adopting... Well, yeah, of course. And it's really easy to fight the cops when you're not, you're not actually held in custody. So, all right, we've got China getting criticized for a movie. So that's going to be funny. Authorities warning about a pet bobcat on the loose. I don't know if we really want to cover that one. There's not a whole lot to this. I'm a big hockey fan, and I love hockey, but I understand why, as a sport, hockey doesn't really take off like, say, football or basketball. It's just as athletic as basketball. It's just as aggressive and physical as football. But why doesn't hockey blow up? And a lot of people, because not everyone has ice rinks. No, that's not why. Today's day and age, that's not the reason, my friend. We've got ice rinks in Nevada. We've got ice rinks in California. The San Jose Sharks have been a thing my entire life. So don't give me we don't have the ability to have ice rinks for hockey to be a bigger thing. No, this is why. There's no celebration to it at all. It's a tied game. It's OT. It's the preseason. Now, in any other sport, you break that tiebreaker, it's party time, right? Here's how we do it in hockey.
Here comes the defenseman, Zadorov. Good job by Robertson.
Passes it up, scores a sweet goal, breaks the tie, ends the game.
Zadorov, the overtime winner, and the quick exit.
Just walks off the ice. Done. All right, guys, I'm going to go home. See you later. Again, the people in the sport don't even seem to give a shit. Gurmy, I think it might be Robert Cat. No, Bobcat. No. It's not Bobcat. No, it is Bobcat. It's an actual cat. It's a Bobcat. If there was higher scoring, I think it would be. No, it's not even the higher scoring. It's, again, in the playoffs and stuff, you're like, yeah. But in, the preseason game, just scored the goal. Just, hey, open the door. I want to go home. I'm done. It's preseason. No one cares. That's my point, though. Even during the season, there's barely any care. But they care in the other sports.
Pass. Here comes the defenseman, Zadorov.
Nope.
Thank you. Who was that? St. Aaron. Thank you, St. Aaron, for the stickers. Put 2 pucks in the game. Ugh. Great goal. I did not know the NHL video game was still being made. That's not a video game. That was the video. Football and basketball, no one cares about preseason. Really? Maybe then. Howdy, Wild. Eating out tonight. Wild Saffron saying hi. And then another... nobody cares about any preseason, says Lapglass. So I guess I'm wrong. I didn't know it wasn't a video game. You thought this was a video game?
By Robertson hustling back, and then
and I was saying it's preseason, and there's a guy calling it out.
Scores.
No offense, Saint Caesar. I know. Oh, I know it wasn't a video game. All right, then. Read it again, Johnny.
The key to Zadorov.
No, I like thinking it the other way. Preseason in football is mostly third and fourth stringers trying to get a roster spot. Yawn. I just, again, he broke it. It just seemed like, hey, to have, I'm not saying he needs to break into a dance, but maybe a little fire gun, maybe a little high five on it. He broke the tie and he won the game. What do you want from, fucking give a shit. Jesus. Yeah, even when I used to watch basketball, I normally don't care till Christmas, says Mr. Q. Nobody asked about soccer, St. Caesar. Soccer's lame and gay. Soccer's lame and gay. You know why soccer's lame and gay? Preseason, postseason, fucking good luck scoring. He wanted to get in the shower before all his hot water was gone. His DoorDash was in the locker room. Atomic Ray, Minnesota cheerleaders enjoy the preseason. You mean the dude in the cheerleading squad? I've watched that clip 4 times and still cannot find the flat ball, says Brian the Science. Oh, here, I'll show you. Here, I can do that.
The overtime winner and the quick exit. Now the...
See, it's right here. Now he's going to go down. It helps, especially if you understand what's going to happen. He's going to go down and circle around the back of the net. He's going to pass this. He's going to handle the puck back and forth with his stick the whole time, confusing everybody. But he's not going to actually take any shot yet. He's trying to get people, particularly the goaltender, to shoot out for a block that isn't necessary. He's going to circle around the back net.
Long outward pass. Here comes the defense.
Oh, wait, I was wrong. He didn't do that. He circled in front because the defenseman. So he comes around to the face-off circle. He's had the puck the whole time. How can you not follow that? And there it is on the net. I will say this, the shot part is a little hard. I was wrong. I thought he curved behind the net. See, like when he shoots it, you can't see it, but it hits it right there in the net.
Back, and then Zadorov scores.
The one thing I'm weirded out about is the way they changed the goaltenders. Like, this thing used to just be a half circle. That was the goalie's area. Did they make the nets smaller? The nets seem like they're smaller now. I don't understand icing. It's kind of bullshit. Icing is a rule that's put in play to prevent a team from just throwing the puck to the other end of the ice and going able to go get it. Like, you gotta earn it, I guess. It stops play. King Kong Dog, no, the hockey goalies are bigger. Really? I used to be a goaltender. Just because you're so big. We have a show going for another 15 minutes. Let's double check, make sure we're not missing anybody else. Anything we get today goes to Monday. We'll update everybody on where that's at going forward. Not right now. Oh, hey. 10 more on Venmo. So that takes Monday's goal down with everything else that we had going on. So let's drop that down to 55. Awesome. 55. Okay. And save. So there we go there. We have about 15 minutes left in the show. We got a couple other things to cover. I don't know if anyone really cares. Hassan Piker video that makes fun of Hassan Piker. I don't know that anyone will really care about it. It was a music thing. I thought it might be fun. We were talking about a lobster earlier, so this one's kind of interesting. A bus driver on a Southwestern Railway train in England said he initially thought he was being pranked when he heard there was a crab sitting in first class. Railway officials said on a social media that passengers on the London Portsmouth train spotted the small crab sitting in its own seat in first class. Our recent SRW journey drivers... I want the picture. You won't give me the picture. What if I click this and it goes there? No, I don't want to log in with Facebook. Here we go. All right. Here we are. Oh, dude, that's a tiny crab, too. Dear Lord. They literally found a crab on a fucking train in first class. The crab was sitting... That crab is lucky he didn't become somebody's frickin'... That he didn't get sat on. Someone had to do that deliberately. How the heck does the crab even get there? The crab who named Craig the crab made it all the way to Portsmouth and Southsea before being rehomed. So wait a minute. Mark named the crab Craig the crab. Was Craig kind of crabby when you found him? Dude, that would creep the shit out of me. If I saw that on the seat, like, ugh. It's finally the weekend for the Renaissance Festival, Johnny, says Los Federales. Krabby Patties, it is then, says Mr. Q. There's a loose bobcat in War Road. Yeah, I had that story. There's a lady that lost her crabs from... Oh. The lady who sat there last, didn't it? Oh. Mania 45, yo, mate. Love your content. Mind playing together sometime. Let's connect on Discord. Playing what? Mania 45. What do you want to play? I know it's a bot. I'm just fucking. Is Throw It Back. Where is its mama? Oh, yeah, a blue claw. It's a blue crab? That's a blue crab? I mean, it is blue colored, so I wouldn't necessarily. Excuse me, driver. There's a live crab on the seat over there, and it's been here since I got on at Guilford. Craig the crab was subsequently issued with a fixed penalty of £1. I love the customer saying it's been there since I got on at Guilford, as if they were giving Craig a chance to get off the train of his own accord. Did he shell out for a ticket? The internet never disappoints. Finally, he's arrived in London Waterloo. Was he lost on the way to the Crab Museum? Get the crab and oyster a card. Oh, no. Did he manage to claw back any money through delay repay? This little guy clearly took crab and ride a little bit too literally. All right. Bobcat, we have mountain lions and lynx around here. I actually have, where is that story? Authorities weren't. Authorities in northern Minnesota are warning residents to be on the lookout for an unusual escaped pet, a bobcat. A Roseau County sheriff said on social media that the State Department of Natural Resources received a report Thursday that a bobcat had escaped from its owner in Warroad. If you see the animal, do not approach it. Call the Minnesota DNR or the Roseau County Sheriff's Office, the Post said. Bobcats are categorized as a regulated animal in Minnesota and are not allowed to be kept except in the cases of accredited zoos, wildlife sanctuaries, and individuals with state permits. It's unclear whether the owner of the escaped bobcat held the proper permits for the animal. St. Aaron. Bullshit. Pet that pussy. Well, I mean, I'm petting Tegra right now. Do you want to come up on the show, Tag? I got 3 minutes before 4:20. Now's the time. Now's the ideal. No, come here. No, kitty. 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 Come on. Come on, Tag. I just want to pick you up, kitten. No. Come here. Come here. We're just picking you up, baby. I know you want to jump around and be mean. You can't futz around my feet demanding attention. You want attention? You got to help pay the bills. It's Tegra. It's Tegra. Rose-O is the correct way to say it. So I was right. Rose-O.
Meow.
Tag, you got 100 bits in a sticker. They did a Panther sticker for you. All right, now you can go. Oh, now that you can go, you don't want to leave? You little asshat. Oh, it's someone's pet? Aw, they're going to take it. Unless they have it's not revealed whether or not they have the appropriate permits. If you have the appropriate permits, maybe they have some grandfather clause way. I didn't even realize that when I said it. I said grandfather, like it's a grandfather clause, like grandfathered in. I didn't know I was doing that when I did it. Did not know, but it's not good. All right, so let's make sure we're not missing anybody quick here before we get into our next. We got the controlled burn going. So there's a poussey on the prowl. Yeah, it's Gurmy, more of a Santa Claus. Man, do you know how fucking awesome it would be to have a pet bobcat? I would love a pet bobcat. I mean, it'd fuck me up, but I would love a pet bobcat. I wouldn't even claim the bobcat if I didn't have the papers. Yeah, I mean, calling in and claiming the bobcat is on the loose would kind of make you susceptible. But hey, Mr. Q, what if it's your pet and you love it? You know, you what do you do? And here's the thing. I like it, Ray. Let them cook. Hell yeah. A rumble boil. Hell yeah, a pirate boil? There's our 420. Happy 420. I'm out of water. I need to go get more water, but I gotta wait 10 minutes. It's such murder. All right, so let's close this down right there. There's the crab story that we already did, so we can get rid of you. Dude, how much do I have left? We did most of that. There's the plain clothes thing. Oh God, we pulled up all of them. Dear Lord. So we don't have too much left to go over. We've got like 10 minutes, so we'll do this one first. There's a Chinese studio. People have been saying AI is going to be used to to scary extents, and we're getting examples of it already. Chinese studio is now being criticized for using AI to make a gay couple straight in body horror film. They again, like that. This star-spangled woke stuff doesn't fly everywhere. One place it doesn't is China. They had no problem taking Anthony Mackie out of the Captain America movie posters because he's black. So you really thought if they could, they wouldn't Photoshop him to a her? So wait a minute. Hey, wait, gay community, can't you just say that they're trans now? No, they're trans. Early screenings of the movie Together in mainland China feature a same-sex wedding scene that was digitally altered to turn one of the two men into a woman. Oh, so it's not the whole movie, it's just one scene? That sucks. Would have been funnier if they took a gay couple and made them straight for like the whole movie. A film distributor has criticized Chinese studio for reportedly using artificial intelligence to make a gay couple straight when distributing the body horror film Together in China. Earlier this month, moviegoers who attended preview screenings said on Chinese social media that one of the two men shown getting married in the film was digitally altered into a woman, most likely with AI. Oh, duh, really? Neon, the film's global distributor, said Wednesday that it does not approve of the, quote, unauthorized edit of the film by Chengdu-based film distributor Hishao, and said that screenings of the altered version must be stopped. Dude, they're not, then they won't air the film. No offense, either you let them cut out the gay part or they cut out the whole movie. That's the way they're going to go with it. Written and directed by Australian filmmaker Michael Shanks, the movie tells the story of a couple played by American actors Alison Brie and Dave Franco, who move into the countryside to save their relationship and encounter a mysterious force that draws them closer. Hishao offered the first pre-release screenings in 11 Chinese cities starting September 12th, with the movie scheduled to release nationwide September 19th. Many early views took to social media to complain about the gender change. One user on Xiaohongshu or RedNote, a Chinese platform similar to Instagram, described the AI alteration of the same-sex wedding as outrageous. The version shown in mainland China didn't delete this scene. Instead, it photoshopped a woman's face over one of the men, the person posted. It looked quite reasonable. Even the American conservatives would be impressed. The state-owned China Film Group Corp said last week that the wide release of Together had been postponed due to a change in the film's distribution plan without offering further details. Yeah, they wanted to edit it. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Guys. So they took this marriage scene. This looks like it's actually being done as like a Buddhist wedding thing. Like I have mixed feelings about this. One, I don't agree with editing the movie if you disagree with what it's about. But two, I'm tired of making it seem like every religion is okay with gay people. It's not quite how it works. what religion is this? This guy looks like, and if they're portraying some sort of like Buddhist or Chinese religion, I'm kind of going to side with China here, going, they don't want to portray that as something that their religions are okay with, if they're not. But again, like the editing the movie thing. The crowd says, what? I like to picture my Captain America like Hulk Hogan, leg dropping the globalist brother, but he's the Antichrist, and Stone Cold comes in from nowhere and Stoner fake cheese. Yeah, Rusty Graham, I can't go with you on, I don't know what. Remember what China did to Captain America poster? Did I not? I'm sorry, am I repeating myself? Did I not talk about that when we started? Are you behind in the show, good sir? You might be. You might be a little behind, St. Caesar, because I could have swore I said when we started talking about that they took Anthony Mackie out of the Captain America poster because he was black. I don't know. Did I miss one? Night, Mr. Q. Is Mr. Q heading out of here? Did I miss Mr. Q going? Good evening. Oh, he's just saying good evening, as in hello. Entirely confusing. So, we have 4 minutes left in the program. I don't think there's anything else to report on this. Though imported films are often edited by Chinese censors to cut scenes deemed too sensitive or risque, this appears to be among the first incidences of technology being used to change a scene instead. Right, that's what they're going to do. It's been a thing forever. I can't believe people are surprised that that's happening now. Like, dude, that's just what's going down. That's the part of the world you're working with. The Asians that speak Tagalong, I forgot. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. All right. So, what do we have left? What, we got like 3 minutes? I don't want to. Fuck it. We'll just read this out. Do you guys remember? Do you remember Tony Hawk doing the first ever Ollie 900? I do. Do you remember the X Games moment? In fact, let's go play it. I should have thought to have this ready to go. Tony Hawk 900.
Never before in history of competition have we seen a 900. 900! Oh!
Now, if you saw this happen live when the X Games were going on, which I did, this was immense. This was amazing. I wasn't even a skateboarder, and I was like, oh my God.
You guys want to see the 900?
Nobody's ever pulled it off. This guy and the audio announcer is calling it out like an annoying asshole. He keeps trying to do it. He failed like 3 or 4 times.
He's either gonna make it or kill himself trying. 900 with him is 10 years deep.
Trying it so
He's been trying to do it for. Why are you praying?
many times, I started to feel like this could be the ultimate disappointment. You know, if I just can't do it. So that's why I was willing to just stick it at any cost. You know, if it meant that I was going to get taken out and taken to the hospital. So be it, you know, it was worth the effort.
I think it was a conscious decision, like, okay, everybody stop skating, let Tony try and make this. We all just wanted to get behind him and see him do it.
Tony Hawk! Tony Hawk! Tony Hawk! 900!
This guy's annoying.
900!
Say 900 again.
No way!
The crowd wanting to see something spectacular. The whole other side of the skateboard community, knowing that this is history, this is something very special. They all wanted to see him make it as much as he wanted to make it.
9.
What are you doing? What are you doing to Tony Hawk? Or what are you buffing his aura? And so that moment happened. That was a great moment, right? It was crazy. It's unbelievable. The skateboard he did that with just sold for $1.15 million. They sold that skateboard for $1.15 million. Yeah, $1.15 million. partially to go to a skateboard like nonprofit that he runs. But yeah, he sold that skateboard, quote, Falcon 2, for 1.1. Imagine having a skateboard worth over $1 million. Palm down didn't count. No, he landed that last one. Where the fuck does aura? What the fuck does aura even mean? You figure it out. Palm down didn't count. I don't think we counted the one where he tapped his butt onto the thing. Anyhow, he was 31 when it happened, and they sold that skateboard at auction for $1.15 million. Some asshole has it, decides to go skateboarding with it, and fucking breaks it. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. But anyways, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being part of the program. We love you guys. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. We're going to mosey. I hope we're all going to be here a week from now and then some. But I guess we'll find out next Saturday if there's going to be a lot of a world left, because that's a lot. The body is an electrochemical machine. The aura is the energy field we create, says Bishop. Mr. Q, damn, that's a chunk of cash. Yeah, for that skateboard. That skateboard alone. And by the way, he sold the skateboard and I didn't want to mention this because I knew how the chat, and the knee pads. How much did the knee pads go for? I know they mentioned it later. The knee pads went for $57,000. $57,000 for the knee pads. $1.15 million for the skateboard. Honestly, I feel like the knee pads should be worth more because they practically have more uses than just the skateboard can only be a skateboard. The knee pads are just coverage for anything you could do that you need to protect your knees. Flooring, playing rugby or some shit, blowjobs. I don't know. Like, you could have a need for knee pads. All right? Metal thieves, says Phil Smalls. I don't know what the metal thieves are. Mr. Q, wish me luck. I will save us from the geese. Well, best of luck fighting the Canadian Air Force, doing the good fight. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. I'm going to bail so we can, see you guys on Monday.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribed.